Hey, what's up, guys? This is the Cryptic Heartland Podcast, episode number 138. I am one of the hosts, Leo Fernandez. We got a couple more faces in the building tonight, so up to my right shoulder, which is this one, for you people at home, we got Renee checking in from Dodge City. And then we got...
What's up, people?
below her, we got Mr. Jason Roberts. Then we got Jake.
Hello.
Frisbee. And then we got Andy Rowe next to him. And then over there, I'm just trying to throw you off your game, that's all. We got Dan the Man. How do you say it?
Gallagher.
Nice.
Mr.
I was going to throw the G in there. Gallagher. There's no G in
Gallagher,
there.
no G.
Gallagher. Come on, do a trick. Smash a watermelon. Do something.
I can do it with some melons.
Okay, Mr. Gallagher. What's up, y'all? How's everybody doing at home?
Doing well.
Good.
Living the dream?
Ready to have some fun?
Not yet. I'm not living the dream yet,
right
but
now.
not yet. You know, soon.
One day soon. We'll be there. Don't worry. So tonight we're gonna have some more fun again. We had a great show last week talking about the Hotel Josephine. What the hell did I just say?
Ho-team.
Ho-team?
The Ho Team. Yo, I'm looking right at you guys. There's the Ho Team on you.
The
Anyways.
Ho-team at the hotel.
That's right.
Oh my God. It's gonna be a fun show.
Was there, then.
The Hotel Josephine. We were supposed to do half of it hotel and half of it the Crescent, and we just had such a great talk about the Hotel Josephine that we kept going for the whole show, which that's awesome, man. I'm okay with that. So
She put out a lot.
Yeah. It was
The hotel.
a lot to cover.
The hotel.
The Ho-Town.
The hotel.
Hotel.
Last week was such a great
Hoedown.
episode. I hope you didn't expect it 2 weeks in a row.
You're not going to get people. No, I'm kidding around. No, but anyways, we'll wrap up just a small end of that for the hotel.
Yeah, and we should be going back to the Josephine here in the future pretty soon.
Really quick.
Actually.
I am ready.
Because I know
Oh,
Kathy
nice.
and all of them are ready to rock it out again because
Yeah.
the hotel absolutely loved us being there.
Nice.
They praised us pretty much the whole time we were there. So
Awesome. Good job, guys and gals. But so, anyways, we'll finish.
Where we leave off?
It's the kind of show you expect, Barbara. She goes, what kind of show is
show
this?
the videos.
It's always a party.
Well,
Wait a
I think
minute.
I think we left off at Dan's middle of the night refrigerator movie.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
I believe
Yes.
that is.
What?
Oh yeah, just for the recap.
We left off with the activities going on in his room.
I wish I had the sexy music to cue right now.
I can hear the saxophones playing.
We heard
Anyways,
some weird stuff coming from next door.
You did, right?
and there was two girls in that room. Hey-o.
Oh.
Anywho, oh god,
Wow.
this is going down down here real quick.
Somebody's got to flush this toilet.
No, just to wrap up. Oh my god, wrap up real quick. Dan had your room was one of the hot spots as far as the activity going on and whatnot, and you invited
Wow.
people in your room to be able to go in and investigate throughout the night. And then was it Jason that started up or talked
Well,
to it?
right at the very end of the night.
As we inadvertently found out last week.
Yeah. I was the one that was in there talking to
Mm-hmm.
whatever gentleman. I forgot what his name
What's his
was
name?
again.
Alex? Adam? What's his name?
Adam.
Adam.
Yeah.
Okay. Allegedly.
Or whoever it was.
Sure.
That was just given to us. The name was given to us by Joe Flowers, which I respect
I trust
her.
her,
And
yeah.
I do trust her.
Mm-hmm.
But that's who gave us the name. So I was talking to him. He was interacting with me when I wasn't filming. Like the moment
Naturally.
I started to film, all interaction stopped. So
Okay.
it was kind of like annoying. So I would take the phone down and I'd stop filming and I'd try to call him out a little bit. Be like, come on, Adam. Dude, come on. You're screwing around with me this whole time. Stop doing it.
Okay.
So, I left the room kind of like trying to get him to like move as much stuff in the room as possible and do things. Make it known that you're here, buddy. Come on, do this, And then, then Dan and Dana went to bed. So
Well, they tried to go to bed. Yeah.
Tried to.
Yeah.
We slept for a little bit.
Cool. And then, did you guys hear the actual movement in the room? The sound? Is that what triggered
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Or-
That's
okay.
what woke us up out of the bed.
What do you think was hearing? Obviously, the towels weren't the noise of it. It's probably you say your refrigerator moved also, too?
Yeah, the refrigerator moved from the wall probably 8-10 inches. And, well, of course, the soap bottles, the shampoo bottles that hit the floor, that's what. But, I mean, it was louder than that. So, I mean, I'm guessing it was maybe
Mm-hmm.
the...
Who's there?
Yeah, the refrigerator doing that popping noise
Okay.
going across the table, or maybe it bounced. I mean, I don't know, but it was loud.
Yeah. So what we're talking about, and if you people don't remember from last week, sorry, some of this is going to be a little bit of repeat real quick here, just to recap. Sorry, you guys. Jake and Renee went away. So in the middle, you see is that the fridge had moved out a little bit already, or what's the deal with that picture?
Yeah, that's where it shows where it's been moved away from the wall.
Okay, and
Yeah.
then there's also some towel action going on here.
Oh my.
Yeah, all the stuff on the floor.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, let me get it over. Sorry, people at home can't see it. So, and now Andy's gone now.
And what time was this?
When it
3 a.m.
3 a.m.
Nice.
So
Wow.
close to the witching hour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with that numbers.
So yeah, that's what happened. I mean, his room got ransacked by an unknown entity, or Adam. You guys are
Could
calling
be
him.
Adam.
So I mean, who knows? It could be. So, still pretty cool though. I'm sorry.
So they threw towels?
They knocked him off that stand. No,
Yeah.
Wow.
Dan had put him up there on the corner by the fridge, just because they're on the bed. I guess it's like,
You see the refrigerator's pulled out away from the wall.
Mhm.
You see how it's crooked?
yeah. But the towels are like set up on the bed when they first get in there. I guess is that how you guys are welcome to basically your
Yeah,
towel
they
on
were
your bed?
actually sitting on our bed, and we moved them over there so we can go to sleep.
Yeah, just out of the way, and then they got knocked
But
off.
they've been
by
there
themselves.
since like 3 in the afternoon.
Rhea says you guys can't rule out her snoring, rattling in the walls and knocking the stuff down from upstairs.
Yeah, we heard some snoring, but yeah, I don't think it was her snoring.
Wait, was Roth there? Roth didn't
No,
go.
but Andy was.
Oh, okay. So next door.
I don't think I slept too much.
So it was the perfect storm basically between Andy and Rhea upstairs. Andy was
Right.
right next door, and Rhea was upstairs above them, and
Yeah.
the perfect storm happened. So I see how it happens.
There's
Not
some,
paranormal.
there's a lot of knocking going on in that building that night, but I
Really?
don't know
Yeah,
how
'cause
much was truly
I remember hearing
paranormal.
Oh my
knocking
gosh, you guys
after
insane.
3 at one point.
Yeah.
There's a lot of knocking
What
after
kind of
about
show were
3.
you running there?
I don't know.
Dang.
I left at a
You
certain
sure it was a
sorry,
you sure it
I
was a
missed
hotel?
it.
What I called earlier? A hote? What
Hotel.
Hotown?
Hotel.
And you sure it wasn't an insane asylum? Because man, there's a lot of knocking going on, and inmates are running it apparently. So now, anyways, but so and the thing I liked about it, a lot of the guests had a lot of experiences from the pictures we showed last week to the hair that was found in, like in Mafia, you always hear about the horse's head in the bed.
Yeah.
Yes.
She found hair, talking about who was it? Oh God,
Christy?
was it Christy?
Yeah, had the hair in her bed.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't remember which one. I didn't want to give credit to the wrong people. So,
Nope.
but
Yeah.
since I wasn't there, but she found hair looked like horse hair, and then we noticed. Did we talk about it on the show? We thought it looked like a horse head in there, in the picture.
In the mirror? Yes.
I can't remember if we mentioned that. If that was after the show,
No, that was
So-
the show.
but that's kind of weird though. The fact that was even in the bed. But so one thing we didn't get a chance to go over was Jason's videos. He was.
That's where.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, it wasn't Jason's. It was Bree, right?
Right.
Bree was shooting videos. You were
Well,
next.
I mean, I
the
did.
time-
I did post some
Yeah.
that I filmed, but I don't know if you got those or not.
I got them for whatever's on road trip, I believe. So I probably didn't get yours if you posted it to your own personal.
No,
or-
it's for road trip.
Okay, so I don't know what order these should be played in. I'm just going to play them because
That's fine.
I just grabbed them as I could. Let me get this queued up here real fast here. So go ahead and set it up a little bit, Jason. What's going on? What room are you
Nope.
guys in? Okay, don't do it.
I was in Dan's room, which I didn't know was Dan's room. But it was one of the hot spots. But when it was the last rotation of the night, and they kept telling us this room has a lot of activity in there, and I guess the flashlight was going off with yes and no answers really well in there. So
Okay.
went in there and set that up, and it took a couple minutes just for it to we all got settled in, but it started really quickly with answering questions right away with us.
Okay. We have about 5 videos to play. The thing I like about these videos, I watched them. I didn't watch them. I watched them as I was recording them, basically.
Yeah.
But the thing I like about them is how it was an intellectual response. It was intelligent.
Right.
You would ask you to turn it off, it would turn it off, and it was answering your questions that way. So what we'll do is we'll play these. They're roughly about 2 minutes. They're not terribly long, so we'll just keep
Yeah,
them up
just
here.
forgive me. It's my voice talking in it. I hate it.
Okay.
I do. I hate it.
No, I know. But so we'll get this queued up right here, and away we go.
Are you searching for someone? Have you found her? Turn it off. Turn it off. Did that strike a nerve with you? Maybe you're searching for somebody and you just don't know how to find them? Hey, turn that off. Good. You can do it. I'm just going to continue asking questions. Okay? Turn it off all the way. Please? Or just speak through the portal here. Through this blue light that's on the bed. Is there someone here you want to say something to? Someone from the hotel? Turn off the flashlight.
Okay. So sorry about that. Oh, hang on. I missed a thing. With that video, I didn't realize that when Jason thought he saw a couple of things in there. Well, I mean, you saw it kind of go on and off. It gets better as the activity starts to build up. You'll start to see more interaction with the flashlight turning on and off. As you can see, it's stationary on a bed. Nobody's touching it. Nobody's even in frame. So, I mean, you can't manipulate those.
Right.
You shouldn't be able to. Let me say that. You shouldn't be able to.
And I had my phone right there doing the portal.
Yeah, that's what the voices were.
But I could have sworn I saw my phone move.
Like, you saw it rotate?
Yeah, see, Renee saw that too.
Yeah, it's like when you have your phone on vibrate and someone texts or something, but it moved quite a bit, actually.
Then
Really?
toward the end, I don't know why, but it looked like it moved.
I can play that real part. I can fast forward to that part real quick. And we can play that again because you think it's towards the end. That's
Yeah,
what
it was
happens?
right toward
Yeah.
the end.
Does it just
Okay.
kind of wiggle a little bit?
I think so. I haven't looked at this since that night. So.
Yeah. Okay. Like I said, this is the first time I actually got to sit down and digest it really and look at it. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cue it up real quick here and I'll fast forward to the end so you'll hear it kick on in just a second here. Or not. What the freaking hell? That is
It was
crazy.
a one-shot thing.
Do what?
Nothing.
That's weird. Wouldn't play it. Okay, so let me fast forward real quick. Oh.
Is there someone here you want to say something to? That's weird. Someone in the hotel?
It does.
Oh,
It did move.
oh, it turned.
Holy turd.
Okay, did somebody touch it?
No, nobody
nobody
was
there.
near it. Nobody sat on the bed.
No, it
No one.
turns on its own.
I promise you, everybody was over by Bree and I and up against the wall and said no one went by the bed.
That's not a hand I see in there, kind of reaching in barely at the end.
Go back to
Nobody,
I'll play it again.
nobody was near it.
Play it
Play it
again.
again. I'm just curious. I mean, I don't know.
And I would have had to go past Bree in front of the camera in order to get to my phone.
There was a
And
lot
nobody
of
else
space.
was touching my phone.
There was a lot of space from the bed to that where they would have been standing at the back wall.
Really? Well, we
Nobody-
know this room. I mean, entity can move things and move Dan's towels in his fridge.
And
so why
it
it's not
apparently
unheard of.
vibrates the bed and moves the stuff
All
around.
right,
And
play it
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, I'll play it.
Everybody
I'm gonna-
that's watching,
Okay.
watch the phone
Okay.
and see if there's a hand or.
I
if the
promise
phone
you,
turns
nobody
on.
No, I
went near
believe
my
you.
phone
I just couldn't tell.
during
Because
that whole
that's an amazing moment. I mean,
If that moves on its own, holy shit, that's cool.
That tells me a little bit more about that room
It
now.
turns a full
There's some-
180.
Yeah.
Now everybody's going to want to
You're,
fight for
you're
that
welcome.
room now.
You're welcome, Dan. I caused that up for you. You know?
Okay, here we go again.
Conjured.
Conjured it up.
Oh, this was in Dan's room, too,
Yes.
right? Oh. Well, we already know they can move things in there.
Are you
so-
sure it wasn't you pounding on her door or on the wall like after at 3 o'clock? 'Cause I would have swore 5 o'clock in the morning. I heard some knocking.
Wow.
Whoa. Dan gets a little red
Back to
there.
knocking
I-
again.
That I didn't mean
you
it
know
like
the
that.
motto,
I'm sorry.
You,
I came out
you're
wrong.
knocking. Just put the covers over your head. So,
Let's
did
do
somebody
that
else?
one.
Somebody else said, I think on the chat last week, they heard noise out there in the hallways too.
Yes,
And
there's a lot of chatter.
but nobody went out and looked because they were all exhausted. I think it was
I'll send it to you,
who were
too.
there?
I've got it.
Who were the people that was there? I can't remember her name. I should remember this from last week. I know Rhea was
Becky?
one of them, but
Yeah.
was it? It wasn't. Oh God, what's her name? Who's the one that took the pictures and everything?
Christy.
Christy. Oh, it was Christy Bradford. That's who it was. Yeah. Okay.
And Stacy and I were up till after like almost 2 when we went in our room, and everybody else was already in their rooms at that point. Nobody was around.
Rhea, come on now.
Kudos to you for the comments. All right, we'll play that piece again. Let me go ahead and fast forward to the end again.
Yeah.
So bear with me.
Yeah, 5
Yeah,
a.m.
watch
may not have
that
been
phone.
paranormal.
Here we go.
I can't believe that.
So pretty soon here, we'll see this in about a couple minutes. We'll see it moves.
There's no
There's
hand.
no hand.
There's something there. Look, watch the light. Watch the light. Watching this area right here. What's that?
I don't see anything.
I don't see any hand.
Oh.
I do
There.
see something.
Yeah.
Rewind it back and forth. Right there. See it?
No.
It's a white light.
Yeah,
I don't
something
see
little
it.
white.
Right there. That.
That is not.
And then you see it
No,
go
that's
away.
just the phone
It's the
screen
left-
reflecting
it's the left of the
differently
screen
when
right
it
there.
turns. Is all that
Yeah,
is.
it looks like the screen.
I promise you, no one was near it because I walked over and turned it off, grabbed it, and turned it off.
I don't know.
Almost
That's
looks like
crazy.
fingers.
Let's see here. I'm trying to read all this. Yeah, I agree with Barbara. She said it would have moved. It would move on its own on a harder surface, but the fact it's a soft surface, yeah, you would see
Yeah,
things moving. Huh? Interesting.
Wow.
I'm glad I saw that.
I don't know what that
That's
is.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you want to pick it out, yeah. Huh? And that
Good
was
catch.
Bree, who's the one holding the camera. So, and
She-
that's your
she was
phone
holding her
on the
own.
bed. Yeah.
And filming it while I
Right.
was standing to her right. Everybody else was standing off to her left and
Uh-huh.
up, sitting in a chair up against the wall. No one was near the bed. No one went near the bed.
Mm-hmm.
You would have seen me go across her camera to even get past her because
Right.
I didn't step behind her to go around to go over there. No,
Nice.
nothing happened like that.
Well, on that
That's
side of the
crazy.
bed's against the wall anyway. There's a closet that's right there, which is it's a weird closet, but it's about 6 foot deep by
Okay.
about 4 foot wide.
Uh-huh.
So look like a jail cell, kind of weird. But yeah,
In that same room.
yeah, right there on that side of the bed.
I remember. Did you take pictures of your room, or somebody
Yeah.
else take pictures? Okay,
Yeah, I
I
got
thought
pictures.
I saw that. I'll have to find those, and we can. I know what cloud you're talking about. 'Cause-
Yeah.
Or am I thinking of the piano? I can't remember, but I remember seeing somebody had a picture of a closet in that
I can
room.
pull it up real quick.
So-
I got it on my phone. I'll send it to you.
Let me see here. That's crazy. I mean, I don't know what
Yeah.
to make of that. That's insane.
No,
that's
that was good.
that's a good catch.
Renee's like, what? What's behind me?
Everybody
Oh
that's
my
watching
gosh.
got to join
I'm
in
trying
on
to
that.
see
'cause
if,
I think that was-
if we have any of those pictures. Let me see what this one is. Oh, that's. I think that's. Oh, that was Christy's bedroom. Okay, or where she was staying at. That was not the picture. I
Did you
had.
send pictures to Jake Lester? Or
Um,
maybe you did. Maybe you did.
Sorry, I
I
had some.
did of this upper
Apologize, people.
side
This-
of the staircase.
they're springing it on me
last
right now.
week. I didn't have any pictures of your
Let's see,
room.
somebody had pictures. I swear.
I got pictures of the room. That's easy enough. I just gotta find them.
Like this one right here. Okay, here's a picture. This is what I'm thinking of.
No, that's
Who's?
that's the Buffalo room.
Okay. So this is the picture I was thinking of, a closet. I'll show the people at home so they can see it. But this isn't the Buffalo room you said?
Yeah.
Okay. But is it like a similar type of room, or you said?
Oh no, my closet's 4 times deeper than that.
And it has like a Like a jail cell?
See, I don't understand this whole. Which is this the hotel,
Yeah,
Josephine?
this is Josephine.
Okay, so that's the Buffalo room.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They claim that there's a Native American that stands in there. I don't know why. I don't know if they even understand the reasoning or anything to
Yeah.
it. I don't know.
Oh,
Does he
you
come
ask him
out? Does he
what
do
the-
stuff? I don't know. We went in there and tried to interact, try to get anything to happen. And at one point, there was only 4 of us in the room. And one of the investigators, guests that night, had a recorder on, but had headphones to it, so
Sure.
she could like really catch anything that was being
okay.
said,
Right.
which is really cool. And her and her husband have actually been to Wilson with us before.
Oh, really?
So yeah, they've done the whole
Who was that? Do you
hotel.
remember?
I'll get their names
Okay.
for you and
Maria?
everything.
I wonder.
But
Maria?
it was really cool. It was but nothing happened in that room. It was dead silent the
Huh.
entire time. No
Did
pun
you
intended.
happen to ask them like what was the origin of that story or why
Oh, you
why
know,
they think that?
that's the same room that the owner and her son both said that bed has vibrated on them.
Really?
Okay.
But I don't know why.
It seems like there's a fair amount of poltergeist there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'd say
Stuff
so.
moving.
Yeah.
Right.
It was in that room that Chris and I's group, and
What?
the ladies that
What?
Oh, no.
Pervert.
in the Buffalo room, like our group was in there, and Stacy and one of the other guests both heard like a drum start
Oh, yeah,
playing
so you were saying like a Native
Oh, yeah.
American
that
drum?
night.
Yeah, as you were saying last week. Was that room like Native American themed too?
Yeah.
Is that the Buffalo room?
Yes.
Okay. I mean,
So I don't know.
it's not unheard of. I mean,
Right.
That's crazy.
It was quiet when we were in there, but we were one of the first groups up there.
Sure.
So
Wow. No, that's an interesting catch on that video as far as, because, like I said, I thought that video was not as active as I thought it was, because usually the next couple ones we'll play, they'll have more interaction with the flashlight.
well, I
so,
hope we see more stuff.
yeah. So let's go ahead and go on to the next one here, and let's see if we can capture some more.
There, real quick. She's the room.
Oh, she just sent me a picture. Hang on. Let me get it pulled up here 1 second.
It's the actual bed and then the closet next to the bed where the camera would have been or moved.
Okay. Give me a second. I'll get that pulled up real fast here. Oh, maybe I won't. What the freak? Hang on.
That wasn't me.
Let me see if I got it picked. Hang on 1 second. Well, I thought oh,
What was that?
Was that you guys moving?
I heard that, Dan.
I did too. I thought that was you guys. That was weird. We heard something.
I heard that. It was like a hum.
Ooh.
I heard that. I just didn't know what that was.
moan
It's kind of
Sure.
freaky
The
that
Native
my phone was
American trying to
manipulated.
interact with you guys.
Is this the picture of your bed, Dan?
Yes.
Okay. So first we'll show you this picture of the bed. This is where the magic happens. And
or- more ways
Not a
than
lot of
one.
magic. That thing's a
More
full
ways
size
than
bed. That was
one.
rough.
this is what the knocking people heard all night. This is the cause of it.
Did
The
you
next
fall
picture.
out of bed?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god. So dumb and so wrong.
I would have got stuck in that little slot beside the bed.
Okay.
I can only imagine.
All right. So next
Oh,
picture we
that's
have is
terrible.
that the cloud you're talking about?
Yeah. Look
Okay.
how big that closet is.
Oh.
Dang,
So
that looks
when,
smaller than ours was.
when I was in the room by myself trying to talk to whoever
Mhm.
the spirit was, I went into I opened the closet and just tried to get any kind of
Interaction.
if Dan's K2 was working or anything like that.
Sure.
He didn't catch it. Anyway, but
Mhm.
but no, there was no interaction going on in the closet or anything like that.
No.
Hmm.
Good.
That's
I think
crazy.
somebody pointed out to me that night, tried to the closet. I think there's been some activity going on inside and noises and stuff. But I checked it out, nothing happened.
I'm glad no one came out of the closet that night.
That's
Brooke
true.
wasn't there. That's why.
Dang.
Got to pick
Poor
on
Rose.
somebody. Yeah, if you're not here to defend yourself.
He's off working hard, and
Yeah. Shout out to Bobby and Luigi's.
yes.
If you're ever in Wichita, go over to
Andover.
Andover and
Andover.
tell them we sent you, and you watch the show, and Ruth will take
Bob
care of
and
you.
Luigi's.
Bob and
It's
Luigi's
Bob and Luigi's
Pizza.
in Andover. Pizza's amazing. They have pizza, they have calzones, they have
Calzones,
sandwiches,
man, that's
lasagna.
where it's at.
Yeah, it's so
He's
damn
our
good.
buddy, and he normally would be here if he's
Yeah.
not working his ass off trying to make it all
Definitely.
happen
So
there.
he's good people. So yeah, definitely go give him a shout out. And then yeah, craziness. So we'll go to video number 2 here. This is all from the same area, which is Dan's room. Which, man, apparently that was a hot spot. It sounds
And
like.
these are all
So,
from the same time, like
Yep,
you hadn't left
same
you came
old-
back?
Yeah.
Bree, when she was sending it over, broke up the videos to me
okay.
because she couldn't send them all in one. At one time, it was too big of a file, so she broke them up to me, and that's how I
Agreed.
posted it. So you can view these on Road Trip Paranormal's
Mhm.
Facebook page.
So, all right, this is the next video from that same session. How long was this session all said and done? Was it like about an hour worth?
You know,
30 minutes?
we were only in there for like maybe 20 minutes or
Okay.
so. I mean, it wasn't very long.
Yeah, and like I said, these are broken up in roughly about 2.5
Yeah.
minutes. So
We did
not
like
terrible.
40-minute rotations, so
Okay.
40, 45-minute rotations.
Cool. All right, so here's the next video in that same during that same session. Now I want to look around. We're all be looking around the whole screen to see if
I know.
anything else is
Yeah.
going on. Because
Gonna be
I
glued.
mean, the flashlight was the main focus originally when I saw these. Now there's things moving apparently.
Yeah.
So
Everybody that's watching right now,
yeah,
if
But
you
it's-
see something, you
Keep
gotta
your
let
eyes
us
out.
know.
put in the comment
Yeah.
in the chat down below if you see anything moving. So, all right, here's the next video of a 5-part video set. 1 second.
Okay, turn it up. Are you just passing by? Maybe? Maybe you're just not sure?
Are you new to interacting with this technology? Yeah.
Sure, Ashley. You're trying to say something, but I don't know what you're trying to say to us. Can you speak through here? Do you know why you're stuck here? Nope.
Yeah.
Basically, you're just here. Okay. But your name's Adam, correct? Remember Joe? Yeah. She was interacting with you, wasn't she? Okay, you can turn that off. Thank you. Love to know more about you. Are you searching for someone? Have you found her? Turn it off. Turn it off. Did I strike a nerve with you?
Okay, so we were watching that video, and yes, the interaction with the phone, or I'm sorry, the flashlight was going on back and forth. But we noticed something in the video again. At the very bottom of the frame, there was like something red.
I promise you, there's nobody that ever crawled over to the floor or
Yeah.
went over to the bed. There was nobody over there.
So as we're watching these videos again, we're catching more and more things on these videos. I'll play that part again. I don't know what part it is. It's about halfway through the video, maybe 3/4 of the way.
Is it not part of the bedspread or something like
But
that?
why would it be moving?
No,
Oh,
it
was
was
it moving?
red.
Yeah, this thing was going
Mhm.
across from left to right. You see this like wave looking thing, and it's red.
Oh, hell if I know.
Okay.
I didn't see that.
Let's see it again. I didn't see it either.
Yeah, it's there. It's kind
Yeah.
of flat, about 7-8 inches
No,
wide.
I promise nobody went near the bed. Everybody was like silent and just staring at the flashlight.
Wow. Because it does look like somebody's trying to hunch over to get out of the view. You know, you bend over to
I
walk
promise
past.
you.
So, but
I don't. I just walk through there because I can't.
he just reaches over to pay over Jason.
I'm never going to live that down. I reached over both of you.
I know.
Oh, you notice it zooms in and out? That's what Barbara noticed. I didn't even pay attention to that either. We'll have to watch that. But, yeah, like I said, we see this red. And Dan and I caught it. We saw the color. It's like a burgundy reddish color.
Yeah.
So let me
It's
fast
like
forward.
a wave, huh?
Yeah, you'll see it kind of, and it's just for like a split second, maybe like 5 seconds.
Okay.
So let's play that again real quick here, and we'll see what it is. See it down there? It's right there in the frame now. It's red. That, see it move? It was right here. It's in the bottom left.
I saw it there, but I didn't see it move.
Yeah, it'll move
It'll move back again in a second.
Oh.
right there.
Are you new
Yeah,
to
yeah,
interacting
yeah.
with this technology?
It gets worse when the light comes
Rewind
on
it.
in about 2 seconds.
Oh, it'll go by?
Yeah, you'll see it move big time. It's about half right there. See the
Oh,
bottom
yeah.
frame? And maybe it's just moving. Maybe it's just the camera movement. I don't know.
I don't-
Maybe
I never saw anything.
right here
in the
coming
room.
up right about now. You're gonna see it big time.
Did you see that on the wall back there, Jason?
It was like a little light.
Yeah.
Right there. See the bottom of the screen. Stop moving.
There goes the dude.
It's moving big
Trying to
time.
say something, but I don't know what you're trying to say
Not
to
yet.
us.
Thing on the wall, that bright light, that's part of
Did
the
you see
camera.
that when you were in there?
The bright light on the wall?
Yeah.
No, that's from her camera.
Yeah, that's the cell phone reflecting.
It might show that too.
You know why you're stuck here?
Oh, it is moving. The camera did a weird
Is there a
thing.
shadow on the bed just now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right in the
Yeah.
center.
Oh, and it moved the
Ain't
curtains.
that, Greg?
It moved the. It either moved the curtains or moved.
What the hell? All this was happening in front of my face. I didn't know.
You never chill?
That's the thing.
Right there, see it?
She's interacting.
Oh, that's a person.
Is it a
No,
person?
that's it. Nobody was there. I promise you.
Really?
I'm not lying.
Hang on.
I promise you, I'm not
Okay.
lying.
Okay,
So
so
right
some
there
stuff
towards the end of that
happened.
video, that's where
Holy.
we saw that red thing. It looks like somebody's moving.
Right. Nobody went over there and crouched around. Nobody moved around. Nobody was on their hands and knees moving toward the bed or anything. Promise you.
I don't know what to think of it. That's weird. You guys noticed a shadow on the bed too?
Yeah.
I did actually
then-
on that.
after the
I
shadow-
And
did.
then right after he said that,
Right into the
up
curtain.
by the curtains, either the curtains move or it moves into the curtains. I don't know which, but it's right up on the edge of them.
But again, we in several rooms that night
Mhm.
we had pictures of what looked to be a cowboy in the mirror or the window.
Mhm.
We had pictures of an old man with a white beard in the windows. They're using, and of course we had the picture of the face in the mirror. They're
Right,
using
right.
reflection to show themselves quite often in
Yeah.
this place,
That's
either
crazy.
glass or mirrors.
Yeah, there's a lot of poltergeist and a lot of movement through
Yeah.
reflective surfaces. Because even in the TV screen, one of them.
Yeah,
And just that reflection from that mirror
Listen.
upstairs was
no, I didn't.
phenomenal.
Is it that voice again?
Is that your
Is that on
background
your
noise
end,
or anything?
Renee?
Where?
I don't know.
No.
We heard
That
something.
music?
Well, I heard something like talking real like growly.
No.
That was weird.
I mean, they're watching TV upstairs.
Maybe it was on TV.
but-
Maybe we just happened to capture it. It was like real raspy.
Yeah, there's music or something going
Okay.
on.
I
in
just
there.
want to
I
make
hear
sure it's
music in the
TV. I don't
background.
think it's paranormal, but it caught my attention.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So keep going. Sorry.
yeah,
What? I thought you were gonna say something. I said
No.
keep going.
Oh, I thought he
Oh,
had something
you
going.
want
Yeah,
to
yeah.
see it again?
I want to
So-
see. I want to see more. Let's go to the next
you
one.
want to go to the next one? You want to go back to this one real quick or anything?
Let's
or-
see it
You
one more
can.
time.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's
one
do
more
it
time,
more
people.
time.
So a couple things to pay attention to. Watch the bottom left of the screen. There's something red-ish. It's like a maroon color. It looks. I'm with you. Was the bedspreads red?
No,
Okay. Well then.
Kind
I
of
mean,
a
you
white.
can look at the bed, from the photographs and
Yeah,
stuff.
earlier.
True.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm here.
But I promise you, not one person went near the bed while
Okay.
the whole time we were in there doing this.
Okay.
And then once we kind of like everyone had enough watching the flashlight going on and off. They all left.
Interesting. So pay attention to the bottom left corner. It happens twice. It happens right in the very beginning, and then it's really pretty obvious about 3/4 of the way in.
Bedspread's white.
Yeah, I just looked at it too in the bottom corner. Okay, so before I play the video, was there any kind of air conditioning on in the room? Any kind of fans going, anything like that?
No, nothing like that, no.
The reason I say that, because I'm looking at the picture, and I'll put the picture up real quick here, Dan's room again. You notice at the bottom of the screen, at the bottom of this bed, that little white ruffle, kind of like a overhang.
Yeah.
You can see underneath there, the bottom half is kind of a darker color wood or something, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe that's moving. That's what I'm asking. And you what you're seeing is the reflection of or you're seeing the underneath of the bed, basically.
There was no wind or air conditioner doing that kind of thing.
The only reason I say that,
pointed down far enough to see the bottom of.
I didn't think so either. But
those rooms had AC units in the window that wasn't that close to that bed.
Okay,
yeah,
good to know. Because like Jake said, he thought he saw the curtains move or move
right after he pointed out the shadow on the bed. It either goes up and into the curtains, or the curtains move all the way on the left side of the curtains.
Okay, this time I'll play the video without.
Dan, you saw that, right?
Yeah.
I'll try to play the video without sound, so we can hopefully talk over it. I don't know if it's gonna let us. We'll try it though.
No, just.
You mean just play normal?
Well.
I can play
normal. Just play.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want you guys to point out.
And then comment what you see.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna play that again here. Give me 1 second. Get that off the screen. Okay, here we go.
Okay, turn it off. Are you just passing by? Maybe? Maybe you're just not sure?
Are you new to interacting with this technology?
Sure, Ashley. You're trying to say something, but I don't know what you're trying to say to us. Can you speak through here? Do you know why you're stuck here? Nope.
Yeah.
Basically, you're just here. Okay. But your name's Adam, correct? Remember Joe? Yeah. She was interacting with you, wasn't she? Yeah, you can turn that off. Thank you. Love to know more about you. Are you searching for someone? Have you found her? Turn it off. Turn it off. Did I strike a nerve with you?
Wow, I don't know what to make of all that. Yeah, at that bottom, you can clearly see movement at the bottom of that screen.
Yeah, that red thing really moved.
We don't know what that is. I mean...
It does look like somebody's on their hands and knees, and that's like
just trying to get out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I believe you when you say nobody was there.
I don't.
I know he doesn't. He never does.
This guy.
I'm just messing with you.
This guy.
I got to give Jason crap every 5 seconds.
Yeah, nobody was there. Yeah.
Again, I mean, I take it. It kind of looks like somebody that's like crawling away.
Yeah.
But there's no head.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
It would just be.
It'd be like a hunchback, just like moving.
Barbara says it perfect on the chat here. She says it seems like when the camera turns in that area, it's like it's trying to get out of the way, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
And I would agree with that. I mean, it's just like hunched over, and
But
but nobody's
yeah, it's
there.
like, oops.
If
Yeah.
you look at
Just get out of the way.
you look
You
at the
guys
angle
were-
of the bed,
Like
you're
every
only
time they
looking
came up
about
once a
9
day.
inches tall because I mean it would be the equivalent to the crawl space underneath the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't know what to make of any of that. And you guys were seeing shadows across in the back of the bed and corner,
Yeah.
and places that's moving around. My question is, I know she's moving the camera kind of back and forth, panning, which is fine. It's like morphing weird. Did you guys notice
I
that?
did notice the
Yeah.
window goes
I
crooked.
don't know what
and
the
then
hell
it
that
comes
is.
back
I mean, it
up.
may
I know,
just
she
be
was
the
just holding
camera.
her phone as
Yeah.
really straight and just moving it and turning it, just like we would all do.
Yeah, because in the first video, it's perfect. She's going back and forth. This video has a weird kind of,
Almost like if you're taking a piece of glass and just turning it in
like
front of the
refracting. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
refracting.
just odd. I don't have no clue what that is.
Nobody's
Let's see here.
No.
Yeah,
No-
we
no
we were
hats.
Ball
commenting on that when we was watching the video as well. The shadows
Sorry.
right there around the flashlight, and then when it comes on, you can see the shadow dart over to the
Yeah.
corner, almost to the window.
Yeah.
No,
Definitely see
there's no
some
ball
shadow
caps. There's nobody wearing a red ball cap or anything like that. And that
Yeah.
I was just asking.
And then
Nobody
again,
was wearing that.
if they're around a ball cabin, they'd only be about 9 inches tall. So,
Yeah. And
I
once
mean,
again-
truthfully, if you look at it, because you see the bottom skirt of the bed,
Yeah,
then
I'll
you
put it
see
up
the
here.
black, and that's only about 9 inches
Once
tall.
again, there's nothing red in that other than the pillowish, looking kind of reddish, pinkish color, and the wallpaper. I mean, there's nothing red there. I thought maybe at the bottom of the bed you could see in that video, but that's not true at
Yeah,
all.
and Chris is right. He's the only one that was wearing a ball cap that night.
But it's black, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought I
as
saw
far as
that
I know.
picture. Yeah, we had the picture of it somewhere.
yeah, yeah.
What color was your hat, Chris?
But it wasn't red, and he wasn't with me. He wasn't
Yeah.
in that room.
Yeah, Chris and
at
I
all.
would have been upstairs at that point.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, no, it was definitely not. I'll put up a picture of Chris just to prove that it wasn't Chris.
Oh, he'll appreciate that if it's the picture I think it was.
Where Leah said he was pretty.
I always give him just talking shit, like always. This is Chris
Oh, yeah.
with
Look
his
how
ball
pretty
cap.
he
There he is.
So, yeah,
So he
he's
was
not
up on
wearing
the
a
second floor
yeah,
at
he's
the
not
time
wearing
we
a
were doing
maroon
this.
cap or whatever.
Yeah, he was up on second floor.
So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, the video speaks for itself, hopefully, and if it's something that's not paranormal, we don't know in the moment. We're just taking it from watching
Yeah.
it for face value because we're just seeing it as is, basically.
Yeah, we're.
So very cool, guys. We'll continue. That's number 2 of Chris said, don't do it. Too late. I already did it. So this is the video number 3 out of 5. So we'll see what this one has to bring. Every time we play a video of this, something new pops up.
We got to make it to the Crescent
We're never gonna
Hotel.
get
We're never gonna get to
sometime.
there.
And Nashville. Wonder if it was a Chihuahua or a Schnauzer wearing a red coat. But I mean, there was no
Why?
dogs there. But you know, hey, maybe there's a ghost dog.
I promise you, there is no animals in the room.
No red coat.
There's
schnauzers.
no
Not
anything.
following Dan, but
Nobody
okay,
was
we'll just
near the
act
bed.
like that comment never happened. Why a Chihuahua? Because
You
Why
never
the
know. You never
Schnauzer?
I mean,
know.
why couldn't have been a Schnauzer? Why couldn't have been? Anyways, we won't go down that track. I don't
A
know.
9-inch tall dog. I mean, come on, man.
It could have been a miniature donkey or something.
I don't know where this is going, but okay.
Yeah,
Next
that's
video,
cool.
please. Just kidding, Dan. All right, here we
What a
go.
bunch of asses.
Always.
Could have been that gnome I was talking to earlier.
Now,
Oh,
Noma's
you
more believable with the little
licked
red
the
pointy
toad
hat.
again,
So. Chihuahua, I'm not so sure, Dan. Anyways, all right, here's the next video.
All right. Let me turn it on.
All right.
Hold on. Let's go back.
Well, we found
We
it.
Well,
just
this is how
debunked
we
it on our own
debunk.
video. There is somebody with a red hat in
This is how
the
we
video.
debunk it.
Right
Okay.
there.
There you go.
I never even paid attention to that, I guess.
But once again, no, that's perfect. Not
Yeah.
everything is
No,
paranormal.
that's yeah.
That's
there
perfect.
we go.
Debunked
That's a
it
good
that
lesson
way.
to
Right
the
there.
viewers.
Now,
Yeah.
I,
mean,
don't even remember that person. I don't even
Well,
know
now
who
was
that
he a
is.
ghost? I'm just kidding around.
That's all right.
He's
But
a
yeah,
person.
That's
Hey.
all right.
Huh.
no,
So,
I
that's-
do recall him once or twice but he wasn't in my group. I do recall him.
Okay.
I do not recall him.
Yeah.
But he has a
Red
red
hat.
shirt on, red hat. So
I
it's
just
good to
remember
know.
Chris having a hat on, but nobody else.
Yeah.
But there you go.
Good to
After
know. No,
seeing
that's
that,
good.
yeah.
But
Ring
nobody
bell
was touching the phone, and
Right.
what are the shadows on the
Yeah,
bed?
Yeah.
the
by
phone
wall?
turned on its own. Nobody was touching that.
Yeah.
Yeah, people don't remember him, but I mean, doesn't obviously he was there. So
It
Well,
was.
yeah.
let's see the rest of that
Yep.
video.
So I'm gonna go
Yeah.
back to the
See what
video,
else we
start it
can
over. Yeah, we'll play it from the beginning. Now that we know it's a real person.
And it's not a Chihuahua.
find.
We're good to go.
Or
It's a
Schnauzer.
schnauzer.
Or a Schnauzer.
Oh my God. Okay, then. Here we go again.
They're in the suitcase.
turn it on. Thank you.
K2's going off like crazy.
What's that? K2?
Yeah, it's been going to right for a while.
So in a situation like this, would you use your portal app on your phone?
I can.
I mean, would it do, I mean, it's just kind of a toss-up, I guess.
I mean, see if there's anybody willing to communicate with us. So we know you're a male. Is your name Adam?
That's a yes, yeah.
I heard I'm Adam too.
So Adam, are you the one playing with the flashlight? Turn it back on if that's you. Thank you. Have you been here for a long time? Are you kind of new to? Are you new to the hotel? Or turn it on if you're just passing by. Oh, that's kind of hard to know.
All right. Like Rhea said, what did you call him?
Red Cap Randy.
Red Cap Randy. Kudos again for the comment. You just out the camera. Damn, but no, like I said, that's good to know. Cause
Yeah.
I mean, we don't definitely, with our name attached to it, we don't definitely want to put it out as evidence if it's not real. So,
But it still doesn't
Right.
explain the phone moving or the shadows
Right.
up on
maybe
the
he has
bed.
long
and
arms.
crap.
You didn't see
Yeah.
him.
So we've seen some evidence and
Yeah.
we've debunked some evidence.
It's
Yeah.
good to know.
And
No more
both are
Randys.
equally as important in
Yeah.
what I like to call our line of work.
Chris has captured. He said, and you noticed in the video, it said when you asked if he'd been there before or been here a long time, it said once on the portal itself. So
That's a
apparently
good catch because I didn't catch.
I didn't catch it either.
When I was listening to I had the portal going, but I was so busy trying to focus on the flashlight and asking questions that I didn't really capture any. I didn't listen to every little thing that
Sure.
the portal was saying.
Right.
So
Plus, it regurgitates a lot of the same talk.
yeah,
It's the ones that, because the portal plays backwards.
Right.
It's the ones that that goes forward with an intelligent response. Is the ones we try to, did you hear that one? Versus just, okay, it's the same thing over and over.
right.
Yeah.
Jake, you made a good point about the flashlight off air. What did you say about the flashlight?
I noticed at one point, it was also on the same question, had you been here a long time?
Uh-huh.
Something we've debated a lot of times and there's not really an answer to, but after you've done it enough times, the flashlight's
Yeah.
always kind of been one of my tricks that I like to do. So I was really complimenting Jason on how well he was getting it to work. But
Yeah.
after a while, it's almost like it'll start reading your mind, or it
Mhm.
knows what you're asking as you're asking it.
Sure.
Also, during that question, if you've been here a long time, if you'll notice the flashlight came on when you had the about halfway out.
Right.
Yeah.
It comes on.
I like that when that happens because I try to do that as a kind of a little test. I'll start thinking a question before I ask it, and then
Right.
it'll answer. And you'll hear me most times when it does happen in an investigation. I'll be like, "Hey, I haven't asked you yet. Don't answer yet. You answer. Because that's what I'm thinking at that
Right.
time. So it's fun to test out, and it's the same thing you're saying with the flashlight. It's like it knows already your question.
Right.
So it's pretty cool that happens. Heath wants to know: do we know who Madison is?
Nope.
Was there a name Madison or
Not associated with the hotel. I do know a few Madisons though, but I mean in the area.
No, but from that
Cool.
night.
Yeah.
But from
Okay.
that night, no, we don't know anybody.
With regards to the hotel itself, I didn't know. Were you getting some Madison in there or something, or maybe in the portal? I didn't know if anybody remembers that
Not
name
that I recall.
or remembers the
No,
story
not that I
about a
remember.
Madison.
No.
Okay. Yeah, we don't. They don't. We're not for sure on that Heath quite yet. So, wow. Okay.
I said it on the video twice.
Oh, I didn't notice that at
Very
all.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have to go back and watch that. Not now.
Well, see, I
We're
mean,
trying to
I
get
can't wait to
caught
go
up, so-
back. That's the thing.
Mhm.
Since
Oh,
we,
yeah.
we get the chance to go back there and work this place
Sure.
more and more often, plus with the public,
Yeah.
it's going to be a lot more fun to figure out what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Right. And now you know which angles to take as far as Adam's supposedly in the same room or Madison.
Right.
So there's angles you
And
can take. Yeah.
Hopefully some of the guests that were there this time,
I know.
come again and try to do this with us again that way.
Well, see,
Yeah.
hasn't Heath been with us to Wamego? Heath and Rhea, right?
Yeah.
You said. You said.
No, I don't think they were in Wamiko.
I don't
No.
think I don't remember them being there.
Why don't you ask them?
Well, I did.
Well,
Kind
he's
of sort of.
watching.
That was the way you were asking.
Have you been to Wamego to an investigation with us there before?
Was that a public one? Oh, the
The public
first
one,
one
yeah.
was,
the
right?
first one
yeah,
was public.
at the Columbian Theater and all that stuff, and
Yeah, it was a good one.
the Oz one. The
I
Oz
know you
Museum.
live there, Rhea.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
There's a Madison there. I just wanted to see if 2 and 2 were
Oh,
together. So
maybe they're attached
Interesting.
to them.
Okay.
Okay.
There we
okay.
go. There's another question we ask a lot if people. tend to
Because
bring
it could have
some of the
been
stuff with them.
associated. You know, if
Yeah.
you guys been there to a couple of the locations, maybe possibly they pulled a Madison with them. Maybe
Mhm.
you're hearing the Madison through there because
Right.
he wants you to hear it. I don't know. Maybe, but yeah, we'll go
Hmm.
there next time. We'll find out.
No, I
Nice.
guess they haven't been before.
Well, we'll get her there. We'll get you guys in there.
Yeah,
That's another
definitely.
Yeah,
question gotta go
definitely.
back to for sure.
Cool. So yeah, I've never experienced a Madison investigation anywhere. I can think of the name Madison. To my knowledge, I don't remember any places we've been. So
The
maybe it's
theater, but yeah,
that theater.
yeah,
Well, I wasn't there that time.
right.
So,
Yeah.
but that's good to know. Maybe it's following one of you guys. If it's,
Well, that's true
Madison.
too.
yep. I'm just curious.
Yeah, the Colombian. Yeah,
Just curious who it is and what's the significance behind it. Significance.
has to do with the stupid cow. But
Oh.
yeah,
Next
never mind.
video.
Yeah.
Next video.
Or Dan's getting crazy again. Oh shit. Oh
Like
my
the old
god.
school and the big hook comes out and gets them pulled off the stage.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Video number 4.
If you were a guest at the hotel, can you light it up for me?
Now you're just strobe lighting it.
If you were a worker here, will you light it up?
Yes, it was Dan.
Don't talk about me that way.
Whoa, that was Jason. That little video was kind of interesting because they had like somebody asked who was they asking the question. Do you remember, was that Bree or was that just guess
I
or
believe
somebody?
so. Could be.
So in that video, it flashes real fast, like an answer. It's like
It started doing that at certain times. It
like
was just
strobe
like
lighting
real
in a
quick.
way. Yeah, like that's their definite confirmation. Yeah, it's me or whatever.
Yeah,
or,
and kind of like
or
what he was
noise.
saying. It was like it was already knew what we were going to ask. So it was just like, yeah,
True. True.
Next question.
yeah, like
Type of
next.
deal.
Come on, do
Yeah.
it.
That's interesting. Let's play a video real quick here since it's a real, like as who said, Shorty.
Shorty.
We'll play it real fast. Cause notice the flashlight. It's real like.
Well,
real fast.
also, real quick, while everybody's here, between the flashlight and the, I don't want you to go to those throws that are on the bed. Between those, you'll see I'm seeing some shadow play there for a few seconds. It could be the light transferring in the room, but there is something there.
Okay. Good to know. Once
Different.
again, I didn't see that either. Let's play it again real fast here. God, it won't let me do it now. Okay, what the freak? That's me pounding. Sorry about that. It won't play
Saying
now.
that's enough.
There you go.
Now it goes.
Guest at the hotel, can you light it up for me?
you're just strobe lighting it.
If you were a worker here, will you light it up?
That one kind of caught my attention. Yeah, when it said worker.
The worker one was good.
Yeah, it's like it definitely was like, yeah, I am or something.
Yeah.
It just real fast and concrete.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, and Adam was supposedly a worker
Oh, really?
that, yeah. Well, okay, he had.
Whoa, valid point there.
He was.
Sorry. You just like quit all of a sudden. I'm like, I was waiting for
I
the
do.
big reveal. I'm like, yeah, go on.
Well, apparently he had an affair with the owner's wife.
Madison?
Oh.
I don't know. I'm asking.
I don't know.
Let me investigate to find that
We'll
out.
have to find out.
We'll have to figure that out.
Just
Darn it,
throw out
man.
there. I don't know. I just
Good
curious.
chance.
So who is the? You talking about the owner, like who built it originally?
Yes.
What was that guy's name?
Josephine's
Effie or
father
something?
that built it.
What the fuck was his name? Let me try to pull it up real
Google
fast.
that.
Here. Because now I'm curious. I mean, I'm not saying that. I just threw it out there for some reason. Where the hell is he? Let me get the, what do you call it real quick here. I saw somewhere I had a story about it. I don't remember where the hell I saw that now. Oh, wait, it's there.
So Adam was the one that supposedly had the affair?
You think Adam had the affair?
Yeah. With the wife.
Huh.
What the hell is it? There's a picture of a girl here. Oh, that's Josephine
Walker.
Walker. Okay. So that must make sense if the hotel's named Hotel Josephine.
Right.
Her
pictures.
A.D. Walker's the one that built it in 1889, and it was named after Walker's daughter, Josephine.
Yeah, her picture's up in the main lobby.
Okay. Let me see if there's anything about a Madison, though. I'm just curious.
On my stomach.
I don't see a Madison anywhere. Huh. Interesting.
I mean, it could be a Madison from there in town somewhere.
Right.
Yeah, it could be
I'm
anything.
getting an A.D. Walker as his name who built it in 1889.
Yeah. Yep, A.D. Walker. That's what I see too on there. According to the website, that's part of the hotel itself. So, I don't know. Anything else significant? Okay.
How many more do you have?
This last video.
Okay.
So, so this is the final video from this, like I said, 5-part series as far as from Road Trip Paranormal's web page that night where they recorded. So we'll see what's in this video here. I think this one's short too. Do what?
My bad. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you're fine. I thought you had something to say. Okay.
Well, they said earlier there was a male and a female across the hall.
Unless they switched. I don't know. Okay. So, can you... I didn't even ask anything yet.
Are you having fun playing with the light?
Could be.
Can you turn it back off for us?
Did they say if it was like a younger male or...
He didn't say, he just said there was a male here and a female over there, and there was activity in the closet, and then something went over here, but I don't think he actually finished the sentence.
Thank you.
I think that guy's in the back. And you did say only the usual routes
Across the hall?
Yeah.
Now, we've, tried to debunk this as much as we can because this happens not in every location, but in some really cool places like up in Oberlin in the museum out there. We were out in the bank where they said there's a little boy that they communicate with a lot. And it happens. We even spoke to an electrical engineer who said, that shouldn't happen whatsoever because they have a battery. It has to have a constant full connection. So it can't just do it by just pure, it can't follow over wave, It has to have a connection.
Can you turn it back off again? Thank you.
Trying to get
tore it up.
All right. Oh my god.
You didn't tell me they had to borrow that.
Okay. So, once again, it was like a short video, but it had some things behind it. Like I said, it was interacting with you on command, which was kind of nice. I mean, to see how it was shutting off when you guys tell it turn it off, turn it back on. Sorry, I'm laughing at some of the comments that are being made by Dan over here.
Sorry.
He's cracking me up tonight. You're being squirrely, man.
Squirrely Dan.
Yeah, squirrely Dan, yep. Any Letterkenny
Squirrely
fans?
Schnauzer Dan.
Well, Schnauzer maybe.
Allegedly.
Yeah, Letterkenny fans. Squirrely Dan, yep.
Squirrely Dan.
Yep, so,
Are we,
all right.
are we ready to move on?
I don't know.
To theirs.
Nope.
Dan's
Y'all
killing
are
me.
wild.
Your adventure is never ending, Jason.
Never.
So,
I know.
yeah, anyways, that's just kind of a... I didn't know it was going to take the whole hour, which is fine, man, as far as the Hotel Josephine wrap-up. But from last week, these are the videos, like I said, that we had that night. Jason planned on going live that night, but the Wi-Fi was really bad there or
I
something.
couldn't
So,
get much to go or happen there.
yeah.
So.
So who knows when we go back, when they go back.
Maybe when you go back.
Just waiting for it.
You go.
So maybe we can do some with the Wi-Fi and maybe go live more or something, or maybe do a live investigation. You never know.
That's
So
fine. Yeah.
yeah, it'll be fun. So we'll put those out on the pages as far as when we're going back, as far as dates and stuff like that go. Check with Road Trip Paranormal. We'll try to put it on Cryptic Heartland's page. We'll put it everywhere we can. So social media. If not, go to Ghost Tours of Kansas page and you'll see when things are happening. I know there's some stuff out there now. They're doing some one-offs, like the, what do they call it? The
Psychic Fun and Feast.
Yeah, there you go. So they're doing some of those right now, but we're not a part of those necessarily, but we have been a part of them at times. We'll definitely
I mean,
advertise
she'd
the crap
probably be
out of
happy if we showed up, but
So, right on. So, part 2 of the show here, we're going to talk about the Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs. I started to say Hotel Crescent, but it's Crescent Hotel, yeah. So, it's in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. During that, right after that investigation, the public one, Jake didn't go because he was down there already in Crescent, and then Dan joined him shortly afterwards. They went down to Eureka Springs, and
we actually got to the Crescent at the exact same time.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it was crazy, yeah.
Okay.
It was weird.
Oh, wow.
Cool. Yeah, because
We hadn't
I thought you
contacted
were
each
there
other
already.
or nothing. We just happened to be.
And you guys just both
same
booked
time.
it out of nowhere at the same time. You were doing it
Yeah.
for your anniversary,
Yeah,
10-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you. And also, why did you book it? Because it was
Birthday
just
boy.
vacation?
Birthday.
Oh, your birthday that weekend,
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
yeah. So, happy birthday to you again.
Yeah, thank you.
And speaking of, I should probably say that right at the beginning of the show. Happy Mother's Day to everybody at home.
For sure.
Appreciate you guys for tuning in this evening.
Tell your moms you love them.
Yes.
Give them a hug.
Yep, definitely. So, cool. Some viewers said they'll go back already, so to the Hotel Josephine. So during that time, like I said, afterwards, Dan and them went down to Crescent Hotel. I was at Crescent City. And also, Andy took a trip also at the same time. You went out to Graceland down in Memphis, and you went to
Nashville.
Tupelo and Nashville and all that stuff. So we're going to play some stuff from that tonight, some videos, hear some of your stories and whatnot, and just kind of go with the flow. But so you guys went out there. Okay, first of all, I'll start with you, Dan. So I was making contact with you. What room did you stay in at the Crescent Hotel?
So the Crescent Hotel, the 1889 Crescent Hotel and Spa.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So we ended up staying in the South Penthouse Suite, room 501.
Okay.
We wanted the North Suite. We didn't get the North Suite. We wanted something that was haunted. Of course, all the haunted rooms are always taken. But they claim that every room in that place is haunted. They have hauntings in every room.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I would say, again, I'm wearing their shirt. They say they're the most haunted hotel in the U.S., which, if I could stay there longer, maybe I can figure that out.
Sure.
I don't think it's the most haunted hotel, but, I mean, again, there's a lot of stuff happening there.
Definitely.
We had stuff happen that night to us. Walking on the grounds, I mean, things were happening. So, but we stayed in the penthouse suite. It was nice. We had several things happen in the room, which is kind of cool. In
like
the
what?
hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the room. Well, okay. The first thing, I mean, walking up the staircase, not just because it's at almost a 90-degree angle,
It
about
was a steep staircase.
65-degree angle. I mean, it's steep.
Sure.
But man, I tell you what, the heaviness in that hallway and and that staircase and the filling all the way up into that thing. And once you get up there, it's just the room.
Are you sure it wasn't just from walking the stairs?
Exactly. I thought it was, but it wasn't.
No, I'm just kidding.
Because I mean, every time we went back in there, but man, the would be the, well, I'd say the west side of the room, back by the bathroom and the pantry area. Above the staircase, we've seen shadows through the night. We heard people walking around the room. We've seen what looked to be, there was a mirror over, and it was facing away from us, facing the bathroom. But right above the mirror, not flashing through the mirror, we've seen red lights, like just sitting in the room. You know, it was pitch black in the room. We had all the curtains drawn, you know, we were doing our thing. And there were red lights in there. And then we felt what was like a person sit on the bed, at the end of the bed. That was strange. Yeah.
So this was your first time staying there?
Yeah, I've never physically stayed in the hotel.
You took the tour last time.
Yes.
That was 2 years ago.
3 years ago now.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
I took the tour this time too.
God.
Now the tour.
This is your first time.
It was my first time. Yeah,
first
I
time,
had never been there.
The tour itself this time was a little less entertaining, but I learned more in this because, of course, we asked questions and you know, more informed with what was going on in the hotel. But the ambiance in the place right now is still so strong. I mean, it does. You can feel the energy. And the one thing that I get irritated with their tours. I love the hotel. I love the history of the hotel. However, they focus on 4 somewhat unknown deaths in the hotel. They focus on a gentleman, Michael, that died in the construction of the hotel.
Yep.
Which is, you know, cool. Documented. He died constructing the hotel.
It's part of history.
It's part of history. Yeah. That's history. They document and lead the tours on a female nurse that occupies one of the rooms that was below Dr. Baker's suite.
Okay.
Good information there. They document a death of an unknown student when it was a female college. There's no documentation that she died there, but the rumors state that a female was pregnant by one of the staff members and she jumped to her death or was pushed to her death on the back of the hotel. The one thing that they don't talk about in the tours and give you the story on is the 2,000 plus deaths of the cancer patients that died on the premises due to the fact that the doctor gave them
just crap.
Placebos, yes. Those are the people that are walking the hallways and still want to be heard.
Those are the people you can feel when
those are the ones you feel.
walk in the front doors.
Those are the guys who want to be felt and known about.
So it's kind of heavy.
Is it maybe for the fact that they don't want to focus on that just harshness?
Well, yeah, but they don't recognize it at all.
Well,
I mean, they don't.
Because, I mean, wouldn't that be like kind of bad press for them?
Well, if you're doing the ghost tour and you're speaking of.
I know. You know me. If I was doing a tour, I'd be talking about it.
I think it's what you're saying. I agree. Is that it goes hand in hand. Whether you want to talk about it or not, it's the history of the place. You know,
They speak of the doctor. They speak of the fact that he gave them sugar water and flowers to heal them, but they don't speak of the 2,000 patients that died. They only speak of what he did and the body parts.
The closest they get to it is when they show you the jars, and they're just like,
with the cancer.
Nobody really lived. It's like, okay, well.
Well, and for viewers who don't know the Crescent Hotel, that's in Eureka Springs, and it's made famous from ghost hunters. Right. They had the famous image through the thermal that was on the locker that actually kind of moved. It kind of turned its head and everything like that.
I sent Leo a picture of that.
Do you have that?
Yeah.
They put that up there.
And that is a Confederate soldier. You can see
it does look like kind of like a Confederate or some kind of worker or soldier. One of the two, because the way the hat is, it does look right from the Civil War era.
A squared off brim on a Confederate hat, or possibly an engineer's hat, like you said.
Engineer hat, possibly.
Here's the
the
famous
picture.
locker here.
So
from the
I mean,
show. We took a picture of it.
Which has been moved since Ghost Hunters has been there. It was flat against the wall.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
It wasn't in the corner?
It was straight on, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was to the left on that wall there. But they moved it when they put all the...
also, you used to be able to go into the icebox, right?
Yes.
And close the door.
I actually went in there and sat in there for 20 minutes.
Even though I do like that video, or the picture I also sent Leo, in the same room where this is at is also the icebox where they would keep the bodies of the dead.
Really?
Till they could be taken to the
crematory.
Okay,
and there's also the wall with all the jars.
Yeah.
That they actually dug up. They show you outside where they dug them up. And
over by the flower garden. Which,
yeah.
And they have swing sets over there now.
So any activity around that locker? I mean, did you get a feel in that room for it, or anything?
Yes, not by the locker.
Over by the parts.
Yeah. Well, in that same room where the locker is, there's a wheelchair, and if Leo wants to throw that picture up there sometimes.
Here we've got the famous video shot from Ghost Hunters. That's right above. That's right. That was right on the locker, which is just right over there.
Right.
The number 2 on his arm is actually the number 2 that's on the right-hand door.
So you know he was standing. I mean, honestly, he's almost too big to be standing in there. So was he standing in front of it? You know, but it's weird that the 2 is red hot.
Yeah, why is the 2 hot?
And then the figure itself is just cold.
You guys didn't hear that noise, did you?
No, no, sir.
It was like a whimper. It was like.
Oh, I didn't have my ears.
That was crazy. No, I think it was in the room.
Not over here.
It was in the room itself.
Blame it on Renee.
But yeah, so I mean, the figure itself doesn't make sense. It either does the number 2.
No, it doesn't.
But that's what started a lot of the whole
the phenomenon
behind the Crescent Hotel. And I mean, I'm sure they had their stories ahead of time, but I mean that's the reason why Ghost Hunters went there, because they had their own stuff. But this image and this video was awesome. If you guys can ever go back and find it on YouTube, or even, I think I even have it at home.
I do too. I was trying to see if I can pull it up real fast.
I have it on DVD, actually. I got the whole,
I've watched it as much as I can.
Yeah. So
it's a good video.
Yeah. If you get a chance to watch it, it is really good. Of course, I'm a fan of Ghost Hunters anyway, from back in the day. Back when everything seemed a little bit more realistic to it.
Well, and I'll hate to admit it, but I even enjoyed when Zach and them guys
I did at the beginning.
You know, I'll never deny that Ghost Adventures was good for 4 or 5 seasons.
Yeah.
It was.
But I love it when the shows actually caught stuff like this. I mean, Jason and Grant, they even went back to try to replicate this, and they couldn't
do it at all.
Could not.
Well, on the same night that they had this happen, you know, they were up in, man, I wish I could remember the name of the nurse now. I have it there, but again, in room 419, I'll give you the room number. They were in room 419. They had their equipment set up in there.
Yeah.
And they went back to the room to go get some batteries and stuff, and they couldn't get in their door.
Right.
Oh, that's right.
Because the nurse, as she does, she put all their luggage against the door. It was from inside of the room, blocked the door, so they had to shove the door open to get there. And you know, all their computers and stuff were against the door.
Yeah.
And that was the same night that this happened.
That's crazy.
The same night that happened?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, the hotel has activity in it.
It does. I mean, sitting in the restaurant, you know, again, they did have one fire there that did not claim any lives, supposedly, that happened on the 4th floor. So that was all reconstructed when they rebuilt the hotel back in the late 80s, I believe, early 90s.
Now, back in that photograph, and you can, go back and watch the video itself, the full thing of it. You can see the brim of the hat and everything just perfectly. You couldn't really see it in that photograph.
Yeah, for some reason
well.
I don't have it.
But, you can Google it, you can YouTube it, whatever you want.
I'll try to find
it's out there, but
I do have a copy of that video somewhere. We played it. We talked about it on a previous show. I don't remember which episode it was. That's the problem.
It was like, I guess 2018 when we were talking about the Crescent Hotel.
Yeah, when we had to pull up last time.
Yeah, when you went there, and then we went to the other hotel as well.
Yeah.
So what else happened, guys?
Yeah, what else you want to play or bring up? I can bring up.
If you want to bring the two pictures that he's talking about, the blue picture, the cooler with the and then of course the picture with the wheelchair. I want everybody's opinion on this picture that I have of the wheelchair. Again, it was a series of pictures, and this one here has something in it that I see.
Okay.
But
that wheelchair reminded me a lot of the one that was in the basement of Fort Dodge.
Oh, yeah.
The only difference was the Fort Dodge one was actually wicker.
Yeah.
And it was actually real old. But it was a lot like it. Had the big wheels at the front and little ones in the back.
You said the blue picture?
Yeah, the blue picture, and you should see the obulus in his hand.
Well, okay. I'm clicking on it.
And over at the nursing home that's still active in Fort Dodge,
there you go.
there was the wheelchairs, the wicker wheelchairs they still use.
Okay.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Huh.
I had it used on a patient.
Well, that's yours.
I
No,
know what to
then we
think.
see the wheelchair. I want you guys to look at that wheelchair. But I like this.
It's the
like
same room?
No.
This is in the same room as the cabinet and the wall with all the little jars, but this is looking into the ice box.
Okay.
Which is just what it sounds like. It's a big walk-in ice box, and that's where they keep the bodies until they can get them down to the morgue. You used to be able to go in there, and they close the door and let you stand in there in the dark, which I was looking really forward to, but didn't happen this time.
Did you have one too, Dan?
Yeah, the wheelchair.
There's a wheelchair?
Yeah.
Did you send it to me?
Yeah. If not, if you don't see it, let me know. I'll send it real quick again.
Oh, I'm looking at Dan's. I'm sorry. Or Jake's. I'm sorry. Where the hell? Oh, maybe this is it. So sorry.
No, you're
Let me get
good.
pulled up here real quick. Here, I have a couple of different places. Okay. Is this close to the blue room, or what's the deal with it?
Yeah, it's just
okay. I'll put
like,
both of them
if you turn around
Okay.
and
There
you
you
would face the other way, you'll see the blue room.
up. So what about this wheelchair?
What do you? I see a mist.
Right in the middle of it.
Yeah, that's walking from the left to the right.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the mist pulling through. There used to be a doorway right there too.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I almost kind of take it that thing's walking into or away from us through that doorway.
What happened to the doorway? They just boarded up?
They bricked
or
it off.
bricked it
Yeah,
off,
there's
yeah.
a salon on the other side now.
A
made
salon?
They made a bathhouse and salon in the basement there.
Huh.
Looks like a day spa.
Correct.
But I believe this is where they wheeled the bodies out into.
The tunnels, right?
Yeah.
How long was that salon been around? Is it more recent?
They claimed 1905.
I
salon
thought that was more recent. Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah, they had a bathhouse in there for a little bit when the hotel first opened up,
Mm-hmm.
and then they closed it off, of course, when the doctor took it over.
Because this was like one of the many places, where the Arkansas is sort of known, hot springs as well, for
Sure.
having the healing springs. This spring heals your arthritis, and this spring over here heals, your bad marriage or whatever you're having at the time.
Yeah.
So that's what it was back in like 1905. It was just one.
What I want to know is, did you guys notice this picture? Was sent to me it's from the Crescent also. Anybody's noticed that entity?
Right.
It's this picture, Dan.
You look
Viewers at
evil.
home. Yeah, you look like you're kind of sadistic. It's
So-
in that same room with the. with the
So
Foot
while
Locker.
we're showing this picture here, I want to
Foot
bring
Locker,
this
Foot
up.
Locker.
You notice Dan's wearing his mask in this picture.
Mm-hmm.
When he left the Crescent Hotel, as far as I know,
Yeah.
he no longer had that.
Oh, your mask disappeared.
That was the question I
disappeared.
asked at the end of the show last week was, did you ever find your mask? And it was
No.
sort of a cryptic question because nobody but me or Dan knew what I was asking.
Yeah, it's gone.
So tell them about that whole sort of Twilight Zone situation that happened. It really kind of is.
Yeah.
It's weird. I mean, because like say, I left the room, and of course I'm coming down the stairs.
Well, it was at the end of the night after the ghost tour and we'd hung out. It was when you guys were going back to your room, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, that's when I lost it. Right, you're
Yeah,
right. You're right.
well, that's when you took the elevator ride with the guy who, what may or may not be real.
What?
What?
Okay, explain.
Yeah, you can't leave
some
cliffhangers
stuff.
there. You got to tell us what's going on. Here.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right,
Tune
fill
in
me in
next
more on
weekend.
this one here.
Huh?
Go ahead and tell the story.
No, it's your story.
Well,
Stories.
It's like I'm in a ping pong
Girls.
game.
it was weird because I mean, you know,
Go ahead. Sorry.
he was weird guy. I mean, a younger kid.
You said you thought
Wait,
he had
did
like
he
a
have a
room
red hat? I've
service,
seen that
like
video
a
already. I'm just
like a plate, like a dish.
Well,
with
he
the-
had a room service plate with the big stainless steel or sterling silver.
Chloride or
Yeah.
whatever.
like
Yeah.
room service. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
okay, I
and
got
then-
you.
Like old fashioned,
Yeah.
like back in
Right.
the day.
Yeah.
And then, of course, he said he liked my mask. Of course, okay, cool, yeah. He says it's a really cool mask. And, man, those earrings are badass too. And he was talking about my earrings, which they were. They weren't topaz. They were. Yes. Damn it.
Tourmaline.
No.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Amethyst. They were amethyst earrings.
Okay.
And so he really liked it, and then he started talking about what other jewelry did I have on that he was freaking. He was just freaking out.
Your bracelets.
Yeah, and he was talking about the bracelets. So, you're all charged up. You got plenty of protection on you.
Okay.
He says, but I love that mask. I love anything with the the mystical space or whatever. Whatever. He was talking that way. And then he goes, and then we get off the elevator, and I was like, well, man, you bring that to our room, hooking us up? He said, no, I gotta service these guys down here. And I'm like, okay. So he steps off the elevator, turns left. We just step off the elevator, and that's where our room is. We go to the room, and he's gone. I mean, the kitchen's downstairs. The only thing that's open at this time of night is the pizza place,
And it's
which
all
is
the way
on the
on the
fourth floor.
top.
On the fourth floor where we're at.
All the way
Okay.
on the roof. All the way
So, but he was servicing somebody to feed them. But
On your floor.
On our floor,
Yeah,
from the
from-
restaurant that's on our floor.
From below.
But anyway,
So you should have been able to turn around and see him still walking.
yeah, and he was gone.
The weird part,
And then my mask disappears the next morning. My mask is gone.
search the room.
It's not
I
in the
mean,
room,
you only
it's
have
in the
so much
suitcase.
He
stuff
came in and took it.
in a room.
Right?
He did.
He came
liked
in and
Well,
took
we
it.
discussed the fact, was it like a Twilight Zone? Like, was that dude from a alternate, from a dimension, riding next to ours?
Yeah.
And
That's been known to happen.
So
we
did this
liked
guy?
it,
Well, and the place
there
is
was-
charged as it is, being on all
Right.
that. Those
Why
minerals
was he
and-
coming from below when the downstairs
springs.
kitchen would have been closed?
Yeah, and then the elevator is nothing but, I mean, it's gold mirrors.
Mirrors,
The whole
yeah.
elevator.
Mhm.
So then it's already
Yeah,
freaky
it's
that you're in the
swanky
elevator.
there.
Nice.
So, he stole a mask, possibly. He possibly may not have been real. It could have
That's a
been
good
Michael.
question. Barbara wants to know, did you walk out with your earrings still?
Yes, I did keep my
Okay.
earrings.
Not the mask.
They really liked
I was
your
thinking the
mask.
same
But he
thing.
loved the mask. He talked about that 2 or 3 times.
So you turned around. Did you see that he was just gone?
Yeah,
Now,
'cause
like
I
was
say,
the hallway long?
Yeah,
and
was it a
then
long
it
hallway?
occurred?
Yes.
Okay, so you
Because his
in that
room-
short of time you should have
His
seen
room in
it.
the elevator
Yes.
was
Okay.
at one end of the hallway, and it was like the whole length of the hallway going the other way.
yeah, because
Very
I mean,
cool.
if you think you go that way, everything to the right is the restaurant.
Yeah.
Everything to the left is the 3 rooms that they have attached to where the ghost hunter starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me pull this up here. Is this your hallway? Any of these photos?
Yeah, well,
Well, does that kind of look like it though?
Yeah, that's what they look
Just a-
like. That is
Okay.
not my hallway.
Okay.
That is
This is just a hallway.
part of the tour. Oh, is
Yeah.
that the 3 pictures I took? It is.
Yeah, there's 3 of them. What's so special about these 3 pictures?
Well, the middle one's got an issue.
I don't know which one I pulled up. Hang on, let me look. Okay. Sorry, but we get the idea what the hallway looked like.
Right.
Yeah, they're super long. There's
right. They look just like that, only they're
There we go.
longer.
Okay.
so if you can lay all 3 of those beside each other, we'll see if it works.
Is that the middle one?
That's something.
Hang on, I'm getting pulled up. People at home can't see yet, so
What are you seeing? What are you seeing there?
What am I
Hold on.
seeing?
Hold
Yeah.
on.
hold on.
Like
Hold on,
something
hold
in
on.
the middle.
You can't see anything yet.
Nobody can see anything yet.
Okay, now everybody. Oh,
Okay.
that's not what I wanted to do. Hang on.
And the carpet, that dark,
Huh?
I can see it on all three of them.
That's true.
You can start talking about it. I'm just getting them kind of cleaned up a little bit better.
All right, Dan.
Oh, yeah. That's much better.
Is there a shadow right there?
Well, okay, so if you look at the three pictures, and again, to me, I took all three of these pictures, basically walking backwards, and I pushed the camera, and as my camera does it, it takes, if you hold the button down, it takes as many pictures as you can. 10, 20, 30. I usually
burst.
stopped about 20.
Yeah, it's a burst. Yep.
So if you look down here, okay, I did take 2 steps back, maybe 3. So in the first picture, you see that it's a little bit brighter. You see the mirror, you see the door,
Back.
and I'm taking a step back, and then you can see the floodlights above me. But then there's something right there on the left-hand side.
Of where?
Yeah, in the middle picture.
In the middle picture.
But
What is
where
that white?
in the picture?
Right in the center of the picture, right in the center, like basically in the doorway. And then on the right-hand picture, it's not there, but I'm even further away, so you think you would see something.
You see more.
You talking
of
about the
it.
person on the left with the, it's like a camera and the white thing?
I'm hoping that's a person, but
Or is it? I see what you're saying now. Okay. So
It
let me
almost
take
looks
this
like-
But why
off. Hang
wouldn't
on.
you see more of them in the third picture?
So let me take
Since
this off
he's
for the viewers
backing
at
up,
home.
you should see.
So viewers at home, what he's talking about is, and this on the left side of the picture, you see like that white looking whatever that is, a pipe and maybe something. I don't know what that is, black and blue.
But that's the second picture, right?
Yes.
It almost looks
So
like
you should have seen more of that on the third photograph, but it's
Which
not
is
there.
this one right here. Oh, not this one.
Like
it
This
almost
one right
looks
here.
like somebody
Yeah.
with a long sleeve that's like rolled
So,
back.
but it's not there.
So as he zoomed out
So
even
it's not
further,
Dana.
It
There's
shouldn't
nobody
be.
there.
And it's almost like you've turned a little bit to that direction anyway, but you just didn't see it. There's nothing there.
right.
who were you with at the time?
We
The-
were
the
on the
ghost
tour, and
We were all kind of lagging.
everybody's
behind
behind
the tour a
us,
little bit.
and Jake and Elizabeth are to my left, but more into the staircase than they are to where
Yeah.
I am. So I know Elizabeth wore a gray jacket, but it was dark gray.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I have
Um,
my RTP shirt on, so.
Yeah, see, that's too bright to be gray or.
It
Right.
looks white.
It's white.
It looks
Yeah,
like, it looks
it
like a
is
pipe.
white.
It looks like some kind of PVC pipe almost. The white part does, with like a fitting at the end, but but the black and blue thing, I don't know what that is.
So
That
it was
almost
kind
looks
of
like a
weird.
phone.
Yeah, that's what I
That
thought
mirror
too.
down there at the end of the hallway has been known to have
Yeah.
spirits show themselves through it.
Mm-hmm.
And to the right in this hallway is where the little boy at the ball is. I didn't catch him either. So, but what this is, I have no clue.
Let me see. Go ahead.
This also is in the same hallway that they sent the dying patients, the extremely ill patients to be, and they put a steel door up right behind where I'm standing
Yeah.
to where the other patients couldn't hear their screams of agony and pain when they were dying.
Nice.
So this is where the jacuzzi suites are that they
Yeah.
made
Now they're
for
honeymoon suites.
their honeymoon suites.
So
However,
nobody can hear the agony of beginning your marriage.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my god.
So I don't know. It was just kind of interesting. I mean, I didn't catch it. You know, the hotel's known for catching a lot of blue orbs. I didn't catch any of the 800 pictures so far that I've gone through. But
Gee.
yeah, that was one that I caught that was kind of different.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
But Jake did have some stuff in his room beyond my room.
Yeah, when we were on the ghost tour, we learned that we inadvertently booked one of the haunted rooms in the hotel. We didn't know. We just knew that was the only one that had the nice bathroom and a balcony. So it was. Hold on, I believe it was room 212, which is just down the hallway from Michael's room. It's called Dr. Ellis's room. Dr. Ellis was actually a doctor who was on the committee that built the hotel originally, and he was the doctor of the town. So he he didn't have anything to do with like the cancer hospital.
He was just like the family doctor.
But
in the
he
city.
lived at the hotel.
Huh.
Instead of having a house, he lived there, and 212 was his room, and he lived in it. And I could see how he could after being in there. The like bed area isn't too big, but the bathroom's really nice, and it has a really nice balcony. And that balcony actually has stairs that you can access all the floors from. So.
Oh wow.
But we didn't know until we took the tour that it was his. Apparently, they say his practice caught on fire downtown, which is probably, 5 or 6 blocks from the hotel.
Yeah.
As a crow flies.
When
When he got the word that his practice was on fire, I guess he just straight up ran from the hotel. And he was an older man, but ran from the hotel all the way to his practice to find it fully engulfed in flames. Somebody said that he mentioned something about how he did not have insurance on the building, and right after that he had a massive heart attack and died in the street right in front of his burning practice.
Damn.
And that's all in the history books. That all actually happened.
What a horrible night.
But
That, like, wiped him out right there.
Yeah, it's really sad, but they say that he still is there. One of the big things they see is that people will see him going across the hallway
from the elevator
the door into the room, which was interesting. The first thing that happened to me when we got there, we went to the room. All the rooms still have big clanky keys. And this weird middle of the doorknob that does nothing. So there's like all these decoys, and basically you'd stick your key in and turn it, and your door pops open. So I had my hands full of luggage. We had just checked in, and I just carried 2 big suitcases up the stairs, and was being a man and doing the man thing and not putting them down and, easily getting it. I was going to unlock the door and throw everything in the room without setting it down because, man, so. But I was wrestling with the key and I couldn't get it unstuck, and I've got one hand and I'm trying to get it in there. I didn't have the key, but maybe just barely starting to go in, and the door clicks and just opens up.
They were probably just tired of watching you struggle.
But I can swear to you that I did not unlock the door the initial time or open it.
That's cool.
I was trying and I was struggling.
That's cool.
And it
hey,
opened.
That's good though.
It was like yeah, I'll help you out, And the good thing about our room haunting was that none of the things they said about Dr. Ellis was bad. He was just still there.
None major in the room
also
either.
had, which you pointed out before we got there, was one of the only rooms there that actually does have bare stone.
Limestone
part
in
of
the room.
wall.
Really?
Is actually exposed in the room, and there's limestone and brick.
Yeah.
Both
That'd be nice.
in there. So that happened.
That's cool.
At one point, while we were just sitting in the room, the tub in the bathroom had the whirlpool jets. So we're just sitting there watching TV, and it sounded like somebody was out in the hallway vacuuming. And it was in the morning, so we thought, well, it's just the housekeeping out there vacuuming the hall or something. And it went on for a while, and finally Liz gets up and goes in the bathroom, and she says, "You'll never believe this." She said, the jets are on in the tub. That's what that sound is. And our tub it was a little different from yours. Our jets had a little chrome deal with a digital screen where you actually had to hold the on button for like 3 seconds to turn the jets on. So it's not like you could even just bump the button and they'll come on.
It was that easy to manipulate.
No.
Oh, that's crazy. That's fun.
So there was that. Right before we left, and she doesn't know which it was, one of the other, I sent Leo the picture of the current one, but one of the other things we learned on the tour was about the ghost cat
Oh.
That hotel has always had a cat. They always have a cat that lives there. It has its own little cat door. It can go out to the garden. It's just pampered. If you get to be that cat, that's the life. But a lot of people report seeing the original cat that lived there. His grave is out back. His picture is downstairs.
What color was he?
He was orange.
Orange?
The original
Okay.
one. Leo's putting up the picture of the current one. His name is Jasper.
Very cool.
But she doesn't know whether it was the original cat or Dr. Ellis, but I heard that.
That was them?
That's
Okay.
upstairs, I think, yeah.
But right before we left, you're just kind of doing the whole sweep of the room, make sure you got everything, So I had gone in the bathroom to make sure we got everything from there, and I turned around, and Liz is standing outside the bathroom in the main room, and right as I turn around and start to say something, she jolts, and her eyes get real big. She'd been looking down, and she says, I don't know how to say this to you, because it's sort of we see it a lot where people see something or something happens, but they know you're not going to believe if I tell you this. But from being around it enough, when how somebody looks when they've legit had something happen to them. And this is how she looked, and she said, for some reason, I looked down and I saw either a cat or a pair of feet go by. And the story for the room was they would see the doctor go into it, and then the people that stayed in there would see him walk across it. And the way it was going would have been going out to the balcony. So it could have either been the cat or maybe she saw
Dr. Ellis.
the doctor's feet.
Is that his name Ellis, you said?
Yeah, Dr. Ellis. Going by, but I know she for sure saw it because I saw the look on her face.
That's
And
awesome.
from being around it when somebody legit saw something, what they look like. And so that was interesting. Something that happened that we didn't even realize was something that happened till we inadvertently talked about it the next day. Was there was a light on by the bed. It was up on the wall, mounted to the wall, but there was a switch to turn it on or off. It was on her side of the bed. I'm weird. I can't sleep with the light on. I gotta have it off. It's gotta be dark. I can fall asleep with the TV on, but I don't like waking up to it, so I set a sleep timer.
Okay.
So I would wake up at night, and that light would be on, and we would talk I'll probably fall asleep before you. When you fall asleep, just turn that light off.
Sure.
I woke up at some point during the night, go to the bathroom, and the light's on. Yeah, she must have dozed off, didn't turn the light off. So I go to sleep, turn the light off. I didn't even know it, but a couple days later we're talking about it, and she says, did you turn the light back on? And I said, no. I said, well, I woke up to go to the bathroom and the light was on and I turned it off. And she said, but what time was that? Well, it was 1 in the morning. Well, she had woke up later than that. And she's like, the light was on when I woke up. I'm like, well, I turned it off. And she's like, well, I turned it off before I went to sleep initially. I said, well, when I woke up before you, it was on. She said, I turned it off before I went to sleep.
Wow.
So I had woke up and the light was on that she had turned off, and I didn't know it because I thought she had just left it on.
Sure.
So I turned it off. And then she woke up a couple hours after that, and the light was on. And she thought I had gotten up for some reason and turned it on.
Dang.
And she turned it off again. So
You always have some weird things happen in Arkansas, don't you?
that light kept turning on and off. Well, we didn't hear any banjos, so at least it didn't go that way.
But no knocking on your
claims?
door
Yeah.
and stuff like that, right?
No knocking, just the light deal, the strange small anomaly, the jets in the room turning on in the tub by themselves, and then I got helped with the door when we first got there.
See, that's pretty cool.
It's
like the doctor just saying, come on in.
Yeah, I can see your hands are full.
Yeah.
So that's what it felt like.
Which floor were you on?
Second floor, 212.
What floor were you on?
212.
What's the highest floor? Fourth?
Fourth floor is the highest, but the 2 penthouses are vertical staircases to make it 5.
Yeah.
So I was actually on 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they would actually be on 5. It's weird when you open the door in the 4th floor hallway. It's just a staircase going up.
Oh, wow.
So you open the door and it's just you go up. That's the only way you can go.
Gotcha.
I believe the north suite was the doctor's room, right?
Yes.
So.
Very cool.
Is that in your room alone? Is that one of the claims? Was the lights turning on and off, or did you?
No, they never said anything about that.
Curious.
And
the claim
like
in
I
the
said,
room,
we didn't even realize that that was even happening until a couple days later when I'm like, I turned the light off. No, I turned the light off. No.
You both did.
Yeah.
But it had to be on. That's craziness. What were you gonna say, Dan?
See, the only claims to that, the Dr. Ellis coming is him walking from the elevator or staircase to the room. And when you see him in the hallway walking to the room, all the people, and mostly kids and females,
I've heard
see
that.
a torso.
Yeah.
So they see from the waist up.
Hmm.
And then in the room, all you see is knees down.
Craziness. Yeah. So did you guys interact with any of the ghosts that were there, like the well-known ghost, the construction worker that fell to his death? Did you guys happen to have any?
No, because we couldn't even go in that room.
Oh, really?
Because it was actually rented out by a couple of girls that were.
They did open the door to us.
Really?
When we was walking past them.
Yeah, they opened the door and showed us, but.
I wonder if did you see them the next day or anything and see if they had any experiences?
Some of them at breakfast, they looked kind of rough, so I don't know if they stayed up.
They were a couple ladies, and I think they were.
They're probably 19.
Michael's known
20.
to
he likes the
molested
ladies.
females.
That's why he fell down, is what they say when he actually died.
Really?
Was that he was doing construction and some ladies were walking by and
showing off.
he went to catcall them and show off or follow them and fell.
Nice.
He wasn't paying attention, so I'm sure Michael enjoyed those two staying in in the room.
Yeah, they looked a little tired.
Not bad.
So
did the all those bottles they found out in the back after Zach and Ghost Adventures had been there? Is that what you guys have video pictures of now?
I sent you the picture.
I think you both did.
Of the shelf. Yeah, I think you did too.
What we're talking about is after Ghost Adventures had been there, a couple years ago at this point.
They were there a year after I was 19.
They were wanting to put in a. There's like an axe throwing area, and there's like a flower garden. It's real pretty. It's nice. It's just some amenities for the hotel out back where you can do some activities.
So they were digging up the ground, and that's how they discovered it? Oh,
yeah.
okay.
They were digging to build all that, and that's when they discovered all these jars. They had known that the jars had been there from before, but they didn't know whatever happened to them.
Gotcha.
They didn't know anybody had went out and buried them out there or anything.
So I'll put those up here. Because there's like hundreds of bottles.
There's quite a few of them, and they say that's only a portion.
Oh, really?
Like that's only a portion of them.
Hang on, it's not showing up. Hang on 1 second here.
What there once was.
They said they pulled up a little over 500 bottles, and they said there's quite a few more that they didn't dig up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so can the people see it?
Yeah.
And so if you see on the upper left, second shelf down towards the middle, there's some that are kind of shaped like or kind of colored like Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I see them.
And there's a whole bunch in a row that are shaped the same right there.
Yeah.
They think, they're not sure, but they think that all those ones were the different variations of the miracle cure. So all the other ones have random organs and tumors and gross stuff in them, but they think those ones on that one shelf are all a bunch of different variations of the, does nothing.
I'll pay you $50 to take a sip of that.
You would still?
How much?
I pay you $50 to take a sip.
50?
Man.
So, can you guys get close up to them, or is it?
I
couldn't tell.
Yeah,
I noticed the pictures you guys sent me
them.
were kind of farther away.
Are they behind glass?
They are.
Yes.
Okay.
They are, but you can walk right up to the glass.
Very cool.
I mean, most of the jars that have chunks in them are so old. You can't tell what it was. It's just gross looking.
Well, that's what we noticed on vacations. On locations, when we've come across medicines and all stuff, they don't hold up very well.
No.
They're pretty nasty looking. And
Remember in Wilson?
Wilson's one
Yeah.
place, and then there's a couple other places. Cowtown here in Wichita.
Yeah.
The one dentist office.
Yep.
There's some nasty stuff in there too. But
We actually heard voices, you and me.
and footsteps walking,
Yep.
yeah. And I caught them on EVP.
Yep.
Yeah, just stuff like that. You always notice that stuff. But going back to the cat earlier, you were talking about Barb and them were talking about it. Talking about like ghost animals. She said it's kind of a hot topic, whatever, controversial. We had a case Jason and I got to do out in Rose Hill. It's been years ago. It's one of our former teammates' grandparents' house.
Yeah.
And the dog had died in the house also too, and had a unique, well, I say unique name, unique enough to where we were asking through the spirit box, the SB7, you know, if you're here with us, you know, what's your name, whatever, or what's the dog's name? And clear as day goes, Zoe, and that's the dog's name.
Huh.
The thing that was really odd about it is we didn't have a K2 at the time, we had just a millimeter. We would walk around with the millimeter in our hand, and then you would get just regular base readings. You put it low to the ground where a dog should be, and the thing would just start pegging. And it would start going higher up. It would climb, and then it was like, well, let's bring it away from it. And there's anything on the floor? No. It's like it was like this dog, ghost dog, possibly was following us.
I
don't know.
I remember in Council Grove,
Mm-hmm.
Went downstairs into the main lobby area and had the couch and everything.
Yep. The ghost cat, right?
Yeah, you could actually see, and we had two other investigators there, and they were down there watching, and they were like, you can see something on the back of the couch, and it was like laying up there just like a cat would, just laying on the back of it, just relaxing. I swear you could see like kind of like a faint image of it just moving. You can see the movement of the tail just kind of waving and stuff like that. It was
We had our DVR running that night facing the camera that way too, but it was hard to tell on camera. You could see stuff, but it was hard to tell if it truly was.
But nothing was cooler than that private home investigation we did in Wilson. Remember?
Oh, yes.
Yes, and we could actually hear the cat crying out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they didn't have a cat.
Yeah.
The cat died like a long time ago, and
I totally forgot about that, Jason.
But see, here I was. Okay, so I went down over to the soda shop to get the key and everything.
Yeah,
to
we
get
were
that.
still at the house. Yeah.
And you all were still at the house, and I'd heard about the ghost cat.
Right.
You know, from Tiffany and from you guys telling me the story. So I walked back in, and you're all like, "We heard it. We've actually heard the cat." And I'm like, bullshit. You know, it's like, no, you didn't. You didn't hear a cat.
Like,
but
almost instantly when we got there, you hear this cat purring, so it was enough to where Jeremiah and I ran out, and we went around the house and met on the opposite end, and we didn't see no cats anywhere.
So
you could hear this cat. Like
it was crying. It was like coming from like another room or behind a wall or something. You could hear. So here I was, like, helping them finish setting up and everything like that, and all of a sudden I hear it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, there's a cat. Where's the cat? You know, I'm waiting to see, you know.
That was a fun house. I mean,
that
it had the little boy upstairs you could see.
Is that the same
looking
one
through
where
the
you heard
railing
the
and stuff. It was
gunshot?
crazy,
No.
dude.
No?
It was the craziest thing ever.
That was Oberlin.
But,
Oberlin.
and...
Well, I was going to say, in Wilson, I mean, strange enough, Wilson has some strange stuff because, I mean, there's 4 of us one night just walking the streets.
Yeah.
And we heard...
What were you doing?
Well,
drinking.
I was discovering what a phone booth actually was.
He'd never seen a spoon.
Oh, really?
A true one.
I'd never seen one in real life.
You guys called us from it, remember?
Really?
Well,
yeah.
I'm almost 40.
Remember they called us and they were like, well, guess where we're at?
Yeah,
Drunk as
told
I got the phone call, the drunken walking around late at night, you know, in Wilson, Kansas.
But there was one thing that he's alluding to that really happened.
Go ahead.
So we're walking over to the bar.
Sure.
And so we stop on there's a major thoroughfare that goes through town.
It's over by the world's largest Czech egg.
Yeah. So we're standing there, and we hear this clunk, 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 and wheels on a cart go by. You know, a
It was like a cart or a stagecoach or a horse-drawn something. Went right by us.
Just went by us.
So
right by us.
That goes right along with
the claims.
With the claims, like
but
our friend.
we didn't know about that when it happened to us, and then we found out the next night.
But see, our friend Tiffany even talks about how that is like a thing that happens out there.
Yeah.
Was it her or her sister?
That's her. She had to get up early in the morning to go work.
So Tiffany was getting ready to go to work, and I remember the story.
At the same house with the ghost cat, by the way.
Yes. So she's getting outside to go to work really early, and she could hear the horse come along. She actually saw like a Civil War soldier come, nod his hat to her, and
like,
keep on going.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But it's early in the morning.
Yeah, this is like with dark outside, the sun's barely rising.
Yeah.
It was about midnight. We was heading back over to the bar.
We were going to go over to the bar and see if anybody knew. And that's when the guy told us the crazy Bigfoot stories.
Yeah.
Out of the blue.
Yeah.
At the bar.
So, I mean, we've had our own experiences with ghost animals. I mean, with horses, possibly with you guys in the cart, and then also the ghost cat and dog. I mean, it's craziness. At the time, I never thought about if it's even a thing. I saw an episode of Fact or Fate where they had a claim out of some kind of bar, or not a bar, but some kind of place in town, and at this place, and they caught a ghost cat on video, but it ended up being a real cat. They didn't know at the time, so that's why they do that stuff.
Well,
I would love to catch it on video or pictures, like Barbara and them are talking about.
I see. So I used to have a cat. One of the black and gray striped ones, like you see a lot of.
Mm-hmm.
I currently have one that looks like that too. But the old one was his name was Kenny, and he was big. He was like almost 30 pounds. He was a big cat.
A big cat.
He passed away, but I see him fairly regularly at my house, and I always mistake him for the cat I have now, that color. Only the cat I have now is that color, but he's got a white chest and white on his feet.
Right.
And Kenny didn't have any of that, but I'll see, and I've felt so much as him rub up against my legs like they do. And the cat I have now is named Gatsby, and I'll be like, oh, hey, Gatsby, and I'll go to reach down for him, and he's not there, and I'll go look, and he's in the bedroom or
that's crazy.
Somewhere else. But it happens
fairly regularly.
Once a week, once every couple weeks, I'll see him. Sometimes I'll see him go by. Out of the corner of my eye, I'll see him go by, and I always think it's my other cat. And I'll always go look, and he's somewhere else. It's never him.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Jay?
So, like... my previous location I lived, Nicole and I, we had dog and cat and everything, and they're both gone now. And Nicole's gone, too.
Right.
So, in 2019, Corey went over there, too, with me, and I was still living there and everything at the time, and Corey and I went over there to kind of do like a little, we were going to do a shot at the time that Nicole passed away. So we did a little shot and just a little fireball, my favorite thing. So right before the strike of 1:04 in the morning, right as we were about ready to do it, there was like a commotion on the counter. You've been over at my place several times back then, and my cat, Luigi, was always jumping up there, running around, trying to climb into your bag and all
Trying to get my straw. Yeah,
trying to steal your straw for your drink.
Yep.
So, but every time he jumped up on the counter, he always made that same kind of like moan or groan as he always got up there, and it was very distinct, and it sounded just like, like a cat, and it's him. So right as we're about ready to do the toast, you hear this like kind of commotion on the counter, and we both heard the same moan and same cat kind of like, talk. And it was so cool, and when we're both looking at each other like, you heard that, right? Okay. And he'd only been gone for 3 months at that point.
Nah, I'm a total believer in
Well, that's the thing. I've ran into people who, they're Christians, but they totally believe that animals do not have souls. And they do not follow through. That they're just a creature, and once they die, they're gone.
So why does that have to be a soul, though? I mean, attached to the spirit. Maybe it's just the fact that it was a living, breathing thing at one time.
Just like us, right?
And it can be a spirit afterwards.
Right.
It's possible.
I mean, soul, spirit, whatever, I still think it's one and the same. And it's
right.
And I mean, from the cat, from what you guys are talking about to my cat to the hotel to Council Grove. I mean, we've ran into it.
Yeah. I think Barbara, somebody said all cats. Not necessarily all cats. But like I said, the dog. There's a dog in this private investigation we did on a city nearby called Rose Hill. It was an actual dog. I mean, Zoe was the dog.
Right.
That you could, and I think it was during the summer, if I remember right. It was because I remember they had their pool open in the backyard. But I had shorts on, so I could feel the thing rubbing against me.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, and that's why I kept putting the millimeter down real low to catch. It was enough to where I was like, okay, what's below me? There's got to be something like a pipe or wire or something running below this floor. We were on the main floor, and it's a basement. We went down there and looked. It's just a closet, nothing in there.
Yeah.
There's a storage room, nothing, no pipes, nothing like that. So it wasn't as if it was something triggering in that. We think it was the real thing. And then we got that, like I said, the SB7, what's the dog's name that passed away in here? It was Zoe. It was
right.
Like, oh shit, right on command. So, I mean, and then of course Wilson with the horse, the possible horse sightings multiple times. Once by you guys, once by Tiffany.
The ghost cat there. And
yeah.
So, animals are haunting hotels and people are haunting hotels. And all that.
Carlos said Hindus believe we were animals in another life, so fair enough.
Well, the Egyptians, cats were a huge thing for
right.
them.
Yeah. So were dogs.
Yeah.
And we saw a ghost cow in Tahlequah. Oh, maybe it was a real cow. That thing we chased, and we saw this white flash and kept eluding us. And then,
that was a fucking we ran too close, and then all of a sudden the cow just kind of stopped and looked at us. And
like, idiots. It was creepy though, man, because we couldn't see it through that brush, so. And it's also the same field across the way that with a woman in white.
Yeah, right.
On a horse. Yeah, once again, ghost horse.
So we got 1 minute left.
I got all the time in the world, man. I control things.
So for these two guys right here, the Crescent Hotel.
Yep.
Most haunted.
Most
haunted. I mean,
I don't know. If
it says it right there on your shirt. America's most haunted hotel. Is it or is it not?
Well, they definitely advertise it as that.
Right. I want your opinion.
Anybody that works there.
I want your opinion.
For sure is.
I want your opinion.
No.
Not most, probably.
Okay.
I've been to.
Definitely haunted. Definitely
haunted. Yes.
Well, I'm sure of that.
I can name 3 hotels that I've personally been to, and I haven't been to that many that are haunted, that are more haunted than that hotel.
Right.
Bullock Hotel for sure. I'll go with that one hands down.
What's it called?
Huh?
Bullock. Where's that at?
In Deadwood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay, I got you now.
Deadwood.
I'm following you now.
I can
that hotel by far. Maybe the spirits are more restless there because they died of diseases and stuff of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
But
I was laughing. Sorry.
Okay.
And
That one there, yes. I would say hands down that one is more haunted.
You said 3. Sorry, you don't have 3 more. I thought you were going to rattle
I do. I'm going to say the Palace in the same town.
Eureka Springs.
Eureka Springs. And
down the street from the
then I'm going to go Hotel St. Nicholas in Cripple Creek, Colorado.
Okay.
How about you?
What?
Most haunted hotel?
Not most. I doubt it.
No?
I doubt it. I mean, it's hard to say.
Yeah.
Because they've commercialized it so much.
It's self-proclaimed.
It's so busy.
Yeah.
Everybody's there.
Well,
it would be great to do like the ghost shows and rent out every room so that nobody else is in there.
Because
you always get a different perspective when you get to do that.
Because you've got that hotel, the Crescent, but you also have like Stanley Hotel that has huge claims to it.
Right.
And a history to it. You've got so many across the country. Especially some that date back to the Old West.
Cecil Hotel in Los
Cecil
Angeles.
Hotel.
Yeah.
I mean, that's big in the news right now.
Right.
Stanley's got history, but they don't have any true claimed deaths there. There's just a couple small natural deaths.
But I also know for a fact that the people who go on the tours at the Stanley don't go into the most haunted locations.
Right.
They will not allow anybody over into that section. So what you're getting is kind of like story time.
There's even the stories in Old Vegas of Binions and the Golden Nugget.
Yeah.
All the old mafia
I forgot the Flamingo.
That are heavily haunted. So
what about right here in town? Broadview.
Okay, well,
most haunted though?
Broadview.
Not most haunted. I'm just saying a very. It does have activity and it has that kind of aura, and history to it.
Right.
Well, I mean, I made claim for the Santa Fe Depot. It used to be a hotel.
Well, that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
They
Haunted
had people
house,
activity on
yeah.
that same floor as where the hotel was.
Right.
But if you
So-
ask me the most haunted in Kansas, I would have to say
Not a hotel though.
not a hotel.
What's
Location.
What?
The Forum.
The Forum Theater?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We talked
To
about
me,
hotels.
that is just, still
Right.
outdoes all of them.
Yeah.
To me, in personal.
I gotcha.
Well, we never did get to Andy's trip,
But I
but
know.
I know. That's
I
part.
forgot,
That's
yeah.
next time.
we can't do
But-
that next week
I'll be
though.
But-
going next week.
Before
Oh.
we forget,
For
I'm
my
an
We'll get
asshole.
to it eventually.
Oh.
I did say Happy Mother's Day. I didn't say Happy Birthday to Andy. Today's Andy's birthday.
shoot, yeah.
I forgot to
Shoot.
say that on air. My bad, Andy.
Third
I didn't
Yes,
forget. I
years
just didn't say it. I
old.
forgot. I saw it earlier.
Now that I'm
29.
almost 40 in my last year of my 30s, I'm like, okay, birthdays are kind of overrated, but thank you.
And
Thank
we're
you.
not done yet. Renee's is coming up next Saturday. This upcoming
Happy
Saturday.
early
so
birthday.
happy birthday to
say
Renee. You guys are getting old. I'm not getting
Right.
old. I'm just getting better. So.
Yep.
Renee's turned 29
She's
too.
gonna be.
Yep.
We won't say her age
29.
even though I know it, but.
I'll
That's
say I'm
awesome.
older than Jake and
Well, at
Andy.
least I'm still
both.
the youngest here.
So happy birthday to Renee also too. But no,
Thank
but
you.
No
Yep.
one is as old as Roth and Dan.
I
Yeah.
am the youngest
I'm
here.
glad you didn't say me. I look down. I'm like, here we go. You're almost close to me too, so you can try.
I know. I'm close to you. I'm close to you.
Nah, but no, it's been another fun episode. I'm glad we got to go through some of the videos because, like you saw people
Yeah.
at home, some
Yeah.
things are paranormal, some things may not be.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
I'm glad we were able to debunk things. It's disheartening that it was a real person on that
It's
video,
That's
important,
fine,
though.
but
but
there's
at least we knew.
important.
But there's more to those that
Sure.
cannot be.
Some of the stuff we can't
The
debunk.
phone
Some of the,
turning was great.
yeah, some of the stuff we saw for the first time tonight. I mean, I didn't notice
Yeah.
some of the things happening. The shadows, the phone doing its thing, and just overall interaction. Very cool. I mean, what can you say?
I like that phone move. That's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
phone
I
movement was
promise you,
great.
nobody was near that.
That was great.
Very good, guys. Well, we will come back next week, hopefully, with another exciting back-to-back episodes we've had the last couple
Yeah.
of weeks. Not sure. We'll talk about Andy's adventure down in Graceland. She saw
I'll be
something.
gone next week
Oh, you won't be here. That's right.
for my niece's graduation,
forgot, so
so
we'll have
we'll make you all wait
You know-
Yeah,
another
put it on
week.
the back burner
2
on
But
that.
when she does come back and talk about Graceland, we can talk about all kinds of weird things about Graceland and Elvis
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
conspiracies about his death and life and all that.
Yeah.
He's not dead. He's with Tupac.
That's
Do
true.
that.
Yeah.
I want to
Jerry
see an
Garcia.
album with the two of them.
Oh, my God.
you know?
I
Yeah.
know.
No. They're probably
Yeah.
right
Could've been.
now.
Oh my gosh. Anywho, yeah, no, but seriously, no, but thank you guys, the viewers, for tuning in this week, especially on Mother's Day. Thank you all once again.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. And in the words of my dad, happy birthday, happy Mother's Day, you mothers, as he always says.
Dang.
So, but no, but in all serious, thank you guys for tuning in weekend with us every week in and week out. Excuse me. We'll be back with another exciting episode of Cryptic Heartland. But for tonight, this has been episode 138. The continuation of the hotel.
Approaching
Josephine
150,
and
everybody.
Crescent
Stay tuned.
Hotel. Yep.
Newsflash.
Working on something special for 150 behind the scenes. Hopefully, we can do some fun things. We did something fun for the 50th. Did something fun for the 100th. Hopefully, 150 can be another
Yeah.
good
Oh, yeah. It's
banger.
gonna be
So
good.
we'll figure something out. So, but thanks again, Renee, for tuning in or joining us tonight for Out in Dot City, and of course the
Love
panel
you long
here.
time, Renee.
Yep, we'll be back again next week. Same friendly time, same friendly place, except for Andy. She won't be here.
Sorry.
It's all good. No, thank you guys. We'll
See
see you
ya.
next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace out.
Bye, all.
Have a good night, everyone.